Redo the promo page again. Launch it before 5 a.m. Man, this is my third night up. One more change, and I'll reboot with the server. Young people need some grit. I'll put in for a comp time when it's done. Last year's 3 days are still pending approval. Fine, I owe rent, so I'll do it. You look awful. Why not take a break? I'm from the Northeast. I can take it. Once this bonus comes in, I'll sleep for 2 straight days. Oh, for crying out loud. That really shut me down. Playing dead won't help. You owe 2 ounces of silver today. 2 ounces? I might not even have $200. Wait, why is this house made of wood? Quit acting crazy. Your parents are dead. Your shop is gone too. It's in black and white, with your fingerprint. What's my name? Why, I mean, you forgot your own name. Oh, for crying out loud. Same name, same surname. Even crossing worlds didn't change my account. You're still spouting nonsense? I'll break one of your legs first. Hold on. If you break my leg, you'll never get the money back. Give me 1 day. I'll turn 2 ounces into 20. Why should we trust you? Because those dice at your waist are weighted with lead. The left one's heavy, the right one's light. You roll small at least 7 times out of 10. How could you tell? Your cuffs are covered in lead dust, and you keep pressing your wrist left. I used to work in data operations. I know how to beat bad odds. The Golden Gully Casino, west of town. If you can't pay by midnight tomorrow, your leg is mine. Deal, but you provide the capital. Debt gets paid first. We split the rest. You still want a cut? How else do I turn things around without capital? Business partnerships need a business model. If you don't agree, hit me now. Tomorrow you get nothing. Fine. If you dare run, I'll hang you from the city gate. Oh, poor original owner. Your starting point is worse than my job. No household registration, no savings, and crushing loan debt. Loaded dice, rigged tables, hidden slots, dealer tricks. You've got every scam in the book. Too bad you ran into someone who spent 10 years doing fraud prevention as a wage slave. Oh, for crying out loud. I haven't even made my entrance. And they already got word. This game isn't just about money. It's about staying alive. Isn't that the debtor whining? You came back to lose more money? That depends on who's collecting. Boss, what are the rules? Bet high or low. Once bets are placed, no changes. Lose it all and get out. 'Cause trouble and you lose a hand. Very civilized. They even leave you 1 leg. Quit talking and bet. 3 kian on low. All of it. Are you crazy? Before he drops the cup, his right shoulder rises. The heavy side faces down. It's probably low. Open. 2, 2, 3. Low. You just got lucky. With probability. Guessing once is luck. Guessing right repeatedly is skill. If you're really that good, how about changing tables next round? No, casinos love trapping people with unfamiliar rules. I only play games I understand. You're cautious. Cautious isn't cowardly. It means giving them no free chances. All in next round? Oh my God, that taunt is ancient. All in. Don't open it yet, boss. Move that wire under the table, and the tile in his hand will flip over. That's slander. Then let everyone see. So the casino's been cheating all along. Grab him, wait. With this many witnesses, you still want to silence me? I won't wreck your business. I'll just take what I'm owed. How about we call the authorities? Let the officers examine this mechanism too. Pay him and get lost. 26 ounces. You really did it. Pay the 2-ounce debt first. Then I'll repay your 3,000 in capital. We split the rest. Aren't you afraid I'll take it all? If you only respected your fists, you wouldn't have stopped them for me. Take the money and start a proper business. Stop kicking people. I'm Zhao San. If you need anything, find me on South Alley. You can see through rigged hooks, poison tubes, and hidden mechanisms. Who taught you? 9 years of compulsory education, plus 10 years of overtime. I don't get it, but the boss wants you dead tonight. Brother, let's talk. I'll give you 5 ounces. Just let me go. The one who hired me offered 50. Oh, for crying out loud. My bounty's rising faster than my salary. The Golden Gully Gang dares kill someone on the King Yun Society's turf. You won money, but you're not buying a house. Why buy wood, ash, and lard? Money just sitting around gets spent. Turn it into goods and it makes more money. Your powder ruined my customers' clothes. Pay 10 ounces. That's alum. It won't stain without water. You spilled the cinnabar. And blame me for it. A country girl dares talk back? Oh, for crying out loud. They don't even hide daylight scams anymore. And who are you? A passing quality inspector. That bright red on the hem is cinnabar. The alum in his basket is colorless. If you disagree, test it with clean water. 10 ounces for a scam? Let's call the authorities. Fine. I'll take the loss. Thank you for stepping in, sir. I'll repay you for the herbs someday. Don't call me sir. My clothes have more patches than words. You really know alum, lye, and herbal medicine. My father was a doctor. I've made medicine since I was little. But women can't easily enter the medical trade, so I can only run a street stall. Then I have an idea. Turn fat and lye into cleaning bars. They're handier than soap nuts. Strong lye will burn your hands. How do we make it solid? Control the heat, filter it, then let it settle. One wrong step ruins everything. You know the exact heat better than I do. I'll handle the idea. You make it happen. Where did you learn that? From a school of martial arts called the Internet. It teaches everything. It just works people to death. I didn't understand a word you said. Can it make money? Yes, and people need it. People can live without hard liquor, but they can't stop washing clothes forever. If we can really make it, I'll go into business with you. This stuff looks like a brick. Would anyone really buy it? Failed batch. Internal testing. Do not sell. The lye was too strong and the heat was too high. I'll filter it again, then add floral water to cut the smell. Right, start with a small batch. Record the differences in every batch. Don't just guess by feel. It worked. The stain's really lighter, and it smells pretty good. The ancient personal care project is officially underway, but the raw materials and storefront all cost money. The three of us can't make very much. Start with 10 bars. Give them to inns and laundries for free. Whoever likes them can spread the word. Then make regular and scented versions. Set 2 price tiers. You've planned how to spend money we haven't even made. That's called a product lineup. Who is Wyming? Before he died, your father guaranteed palace purchases. He also put your name on the reserve labor roster. Report to the palace at dawn tomorrow. If you're late, you'll be treated as a deserter. Oh my God! Forced into a job right after starting a business. And it's a palace post. Listen up, newcomers. Move goods, sweep yards, clean toilets. Keep your eyes to yourselves and watch your mouths. Sir Eunuch, does this job include room and board? Ask one more question, and you'll get 10 lashes first. Got it. Benefits are confidential. If this tribute paper isn't delivered, we'll all be punished. Don't crowd together. Incoming goods use the east gate. Outgoing goods use the west gate. Sort warehouses by rope color. 2 people per heavy load. Don't come back empty-handed. Bring back lead bars too. Who told you to make decisions on your own? Move it my way, and even 50 men won't finish it. Do as I say. If anything goes wrong in an hour, blame me. You managed warehouses before? I handled tens of thousands of packages. Singles day was way worse than this. The floods in Jiangnan. 30,000 loads of relief grain were allocated, but only 17,000 reached the victims, blocked at every level. Yet I have no one to trust. It's not that no one's here. It's that the whole system runs by word of mouth. Anyone can dip into it. How dare you not kneel before His Majesty? Oh my God! I knew he didn't seem like some regular boss. This commoner greets your majesty. Rise. What did you mean by process? Number each batch of grain. 3 signatures, release, transport, and storage. Leave records at every stop. If the numbers don't match, check the last stop. Then let victims collect by household. Post the list publicly. No one can hide stolen grain. What if those signing cover for each other? Random inspections. Cross-check the records. Don't let one person run it all. These methods. Where did you learn them? My old company stopped people from gaming the system. It's not much easier than stopping corrupt officials. Your Majesty, we heard you summoned a laborer to discuss state affairs. Since when do lowly laborers get a say in court? He's only helping me check the accounts. The realm has 6 ministries and countless officials. Your Majesty needn't associate with common rabble. Guards, send him back to the labor yard. The general is right. I know nothing about ruling a nation. I only see that of those 30,000 loads, 8,000 passed through the Northern Army's depot. Insolence! The ink on the ledgers differs, yet the transfer dates are the same. Either the grainkeeper can be in 2 places at once, or someone altered the books. I will get to the bottom of this. Wyming, as of today. You'll serve as a clerk before the throne. Thank you, Your Majesty. Can I get paid monthly? You offended the Grand General on your first day. Aren't you afraid to die? Of course I am. Oh my God. But the way that General looked at me, he clearly doesn't want to dock my pay. He wants to delete my whole account. Find out who he is. If he's useless, kill him. If he's useful, get him under my command first. The Northern Frontier Army is 3 months behind on pay. Please release another 800,000 taels of silver. The treasury has barely over 200,000 left. Jiangnan disaster relief isn't settled yet. Without pay, troop morale will fail. Your Majesty is young. Don't ruin the state through ignorance of war. Grand General, are you forcing me to raise taxes on the people? I serve only the realm. As for this laborer, he spoke recklessly about the army depot yesterday. Please have him beaten, to uphold court order. There are indeed doubts in the grain plan. He won't be punished until it's clear. Your Majesty protects him so. It may chill the officials' hearts. If your hearts chill that easily, stuff more cotton in your robes. Wyming, stand down. You defied Ao Li in court. I nearly couldn't save you. Your Majesty, he doesn't want 800,000 in pay. He wants everyone to know the treasury, and the army must answer to him. I know, but I have no money. No army, and no trusted officials. No money? Make some first. Not counterfeit money. Build industries. Soap, spirits, glass. The nobles will pay for them, and commoners can buy basic versions. The royal house owns shares. Profits go to the inner treasury, then use it to fund new troops and relief. Build up our own people. Competing with the people for profit will draw criticism. The royal house sets standards and takes a cut. Don't monopolize the trade. Let private workshops produce it. The court collects fair taxes. People get work, and the treasury gets money. That's making the pie bigger. What if Ao Ling seizes the workshops? What if Ao Ling seizes the workshops? Don't show our hand yet. Let him think it's just a small business. We'll quietly secure the supply books. And our people, will you help me? I want to live, and I don't want to work for bosses who only push people around. We're startup partners. With the royal name, we won't lack raw materials. But you offended Ao Ling today. The workshops will be in more danger, so keep the accounts separate. Split the staff into teams. No one knows the whole process. You handle the tech. I'll handle operations. You trust me like one of your own? Partners fear mistrust most. Besides, oh my God, you're the only one in the whole capital who gets me. Smooth talker. I saved your life last night, and you still dare walk dark alleys alone? So you're a heroine. For saving my life, I was planning to repay you in installments. The King Yun Society just doesn't allow casinos to kill at will. One warning. Ao Ling's men have gone to the South Workshop. There are still test materials inside. They're not there to inspect. They're there to take. What will you do? Let them take it. The real formula isn't on paper. There are only failed and rough batches. Bad news! The workshop is surrounded. Their leader says it's by the Grand General's order. They're taking the people and goods. Oh my God! The first business war is here. Let's go. Let's teach General Ale what happens when you grab the wrong stock. This is the soap you offered the royal court? This is harsh soap for scrubbing pots. The steward seized it without checking. Where's the real product? The trial batch was sealed by palace rules. Outsiders can't inspect it. Don't hide behind the palace. The general wants a 30% stake. No money, just keep you safe. Oh my God, that's a pretty advanced deal. Getting shares for nothing, huh? You can refuse. Tomorrow this shop will be shut for hurting people with its materials. Then let's test it in public today. If it really hurts anyone, I'll shut down myself. But if nothing happens, you'll pay publicly for what you broke yesterday. You dare put that in writing? I dare, Zhao San. Get the laundry, innkeepers, and neighbors. Let them all witness it. Soap berries take half a day to soak. This washes clean in just a few strokes. And it has a light floral scent. It'd look classy in guest rooms. Give me 50 first. Is it pricey? Regular household soap is 15 cash. It lasts half a month. Scented soap is 40 cash. For those with taste. 2 bars per person today. If you're unhappy after trying it, get your money back within 3 days. Can I return 2 bars too? He must have planted shills. Then pick a dirty garment yourself. The first 200 bars are gone. Don't panic. Sign up to reserve. Pick it up tomorrow with the code word. Today's sales brought in over 6 taels, plus deposits on pre-orders. That's over 20 taels total. My hands are numb from counting silver. Don't just look at revenue. Take out oil, like ash, labor, and waste. Net profit is under half, and you gave 10 taels in raises. Isn't that too much? Skill and know how keep people here. Steady pay means steady quality. Set more rules. Wear thick gloves in the strong light area. Keep clean water by the stove. No one works alone. You really dare refuse. Oh my God. If we don't set rules today, the whole capital will come take it free tomorrow. Tell him, if he wants to buy, he waits in line. Someone on East Street is selling fake Weigia soap. It burned people's skin raw. Folks are coming here for answers. It's your soap. I used it and my hands rotted. Let me see first. These are strong lye burns. Rinse them with lots of clean water now. Don't touch that soap again. Sir, where'd you buy it? What did the packaging look like? Wang's shop on East Street. The owner said it was just like yours, and 5 cash cheaper. Weigia made bad goods. Don't blame me for reselling them. Oh my God. You're pretty good at turning it around. Every bar of ours has 3 wavy lines on the edge. The package is sealed with blue thread. The date and batch are on the back. Yours has none of that. Who says you didn't just make that up? Everyone from the first batch can vouch for it. Mine really has 3 marks. The fake wasn't cured long enough. They sold it with unreacted lye in it. That's why it hurt people. Wang's shop admits copying it, but says the formula leaked from the Wei family. Wei Ming, you share the blame for poor oversight. Your Honor? The real formula is split among 3 teams. No one has the full process. Wang's used a common crude method. It has nothing to do with us. Since counterfeit soap can hurt people, why not put the soap workshop under the general's estate for unified oversight? After all that, you still want to steal the business. Your Honor, I ask for an on-site comparison. Check hardness, scent, and markings. Then check Wang's accounts for cocoon ash. The source will be clear. I can seal away a small sample from each batch. Any future issue can be traced by batch. And ask the authorities to set minimum safety standards. If it hasn't cured long enough, or passed inspection, it can't be sold. We'll share our basic testing methods. You'll make the method public? Aren't you afraid others will copy it? Technology can compete, but you can't cut costs with lives. We'll make the tests public. What if others really make soap? Secrets only protect you for a while. Brand, quality, and channels last. Add watermark paper to the packaging. Put Ming on the soap bars. Register every batch number. Why call it Ming? You make sure the product is sound. I'll make sure the world knows we need each other. Set up compensation rules too. If it's really our fault, we pay tenfold. For fakes, we'll help people report them. Trust is worth more than ads. You'd rather teach your rivals than bow to AOLing. Interesting. The heroine is eavesdropping from the roof again. Come down, doesn't your neck hurt? The alliance leader told me to investigate you. You don't seem like an ordinary merchant, or a mere errand boy with a sharp tongue. Midnight tonight, the ruined temple north of town. Someone plans to burn your warehouse. I'll warn you only once. Who? The AO estate can't act directly, so they'll use their rivals as knives. Not tonight. Right now. The East warehouse is on fire. Oh my God. They won't even let the trailer finish. Everyone, grab wet cloths. Save people, not goods. Don't rush in. Zhao-sen, count heads. Su-hee, take the injured upwind. Zhao Liu is still inside. Get me a wet blanket. You can't go in. There's oil inside. One flare-up, and it'll collapse. The back wall is mud brick. Break open a vent first. I'll go in from outside. If I'm not out in 30 breaths, pull back. Oh my God. Why do you always show up just in time, heroine? One step slower, and you'd be cooked. The arsonist was hired by East Street merchants. The money came from the Adia estate. I can give you the proof. What's the catch? There are no free surveillance videos. The Azure Cloud Alliance controls the waterways. But the court sees us as a threat. IOLing uses anti-bandit raids to seize our routes. I need to know. Are you helping the emperor or yourself? First, keep myself alive. Then help those who let common folk live. Zhuancheng wants to inspect relief grain. Aolin only wants his cut. How do you prove you're not using imperial power to profit? The workshop books can be public. 30% of profits goes to relief. 20% expands production. 20% goes to wages and aid. The rest is dividends. If I go astray, you can pull out any time. When the warehouse caught fire, he saved people first, not the goods. The Azure Cloud Alliance will protect you for 3 months and investigate you for 3 months. If your words match your deeds, I'll work with you. Cooperation needs boundaries. You don't kill competitors, and I won't use you as private troops. Just protect people, deliver messages, and verify facts. You dare set rules for the Azure Cloud Alliance. A partnership without rules always ends in disaster. Do you know one word from our leader? And half the capital's escort agencies obey? I know, so let's make it clear first. Oh, damn! Big firms always say flexible teamwork. Then I take all the blame. You've got guts, Chuling. Starting today, you'll be in charge of contacting him. I won't guard a merchant. Not guard him. Observe him. The warehouse was just a test. Ling is checking palace purchase lists. He'll soon learn about the royal war drums. Then let him know half. Hide the other half. What's the other half? The new soap is just an appetizer. I want to make alcohol that disinfects wounds and can be sold to restaurants. Distill regular wine once more. It can really get stronger? In theory, yes. But first, we must ensure it's safe. At the Lu estate, the emperor summons us. Wounded soldiers in the north camp are infected. The Imperial Medical Bureau is helpless. Oh, damn! The new product isn't even out yet, and the first batch must save lives. The wounds are festering. The fever won't break. They've changed the medicine 3 times. Were the bandages boiled? Does each person have their own set of tools? Washing them is enough. Why boil them? Germs may be invisible, but they cling to cloth and blades. Boil the cloth first, then your hands and tools. Before treating dead flesh, how sure are you? We can't promise to save them. We can only cut infections. We also need pure, strong alcohol for cleaning. But don't pour it into wounds. And don't let the soldiers drink it. Alcohol can be medicine. High-proof alcohol cleans tools and around wounds. Use it with medicine. Separate fever cases from common injuries. Caregivers shouldn't go back and forth either. Do it. No one may stop them. Keep fire away from the alcohol. Open windows for airflow. Test it batch by batch. No one drinks the first sixth. Why can't we use the first part? Too many impurities. The smell is harsh. Discard it. Record and take the middle part. Set the last part aside. You always set rules first. The stronger the skill, the less you can rely on guts. One accident, and the project is dead. This batch smells clean. It can clean the tools. 3 soldiers' fevers are down. No new cases worsened after separation. Good. Supply the Army doctors and medical bureau first. Set separate standards for public sales. Life-saving and drinking versions must stay separate. Seal them with corks. Keep separate ledgers. This liquor burns going down, but the finish is clean. What's your price? Premium aged liquor, 5 taels a jar. Regular spirits, 800 coins per small jar. Limited supply. Don't push people to drink. Add no driving after drinking. No drinking after using blades. Too much drink causes trouble. No matter the profit, don't lead people astray. The general's manor will requisition all the spirits. Military price, 200 coins a jar. The medical alcohol has been allocated by imperial decree. The drinkable liquor goes to the market. At that price, you can't even cover firewood. Refusal means defying military orders. Show me the order, the quantity and purpose. Name the recipient, and I'll supply it at once. A verbal order doesn't count. Brother Wei, the palace and several mansions placed orders. 3,000 bars of soap and 500 jars of liquor. Oh, damn. Once the high-end market opens, we won't have enough capacity again. Don't celebrate yet. Aling bought up all your raw materials. Oil, alkali ash, and yeast in the capital. Starting tomorrow, none goes to Ming Trading. He lost the price war, so now he's choking our supply chain. Then let's show him. Modern purchasing doesn't rely on one store. Amana bought up 70% of the capital's oil. The other 30% went up in price too. No matter how many orders, we can't make them. It's not that we won't sell. It's that we defend the Grand General. We could lose our shops. I understand. We're not like capital merchants. Zhao-san, get the list of butchers and temple lamp oil makers outside town. Bring me the list of southern oil mills. It's far. Shipping will cost more. Sign long-term prices. No last-minute price cuts. Provide sealed barrels to cut waste. Use return carts to sell soap and liquor elsewhere. That spreads out shipping costs. The Empress Dowager wants 200 bars of soap. The consorts ordered more scented versions. The ladies of each manor are urging us too. Just common goods, yet they reach the inner court. If your majesty lets Wyming profit through the palace, the officials won't accept it. The general makes a fair point. All royal orders are recorded at market price. The profits can be checked. Someone used the general's manor to buy goods cheap. Who knows which military ledger it went into? Are you questioning me, General? I'd like to know too. From now on, all military purchases need seals from both the War and Revenue Ministries. Private verbal orders are void. Also, Ming Trading will give 1/10 of premium scented soap profits to a fund for military families. Post the accounts publicly. Then we should support it even more. 3 oil mills outside the city agreed to supply us. The Jiangnan caravan will try shipping too. You bypassed Ao Lin's blockade in 10 days. It's not that I'm good. He only knows how to block one door. With more supply links, it's harder to choke us off. Palace orders build our reputation. Merchants from other regions are coming to talk. We can build a second workshop. But first, we need to train managers. Right. Put the process in a manual. 4 teams cross-check materials, production, inspection, and shipping. The Qingyun Guild can escort the first Jiangnan shipment. But the guild leader wants to see you. Why does Yan Chanfeng want to meet? He heard Weiming can inspect army rations and free trade routes from the A state. Some in the Qingyun Guild object. They think he's just using imperial power to profit. The Qingyun Guild controls waterways everywhere. If we can work together, it'll help us investigate Lin's warehouse. But martial artists are unruly. Don't underestimate them. Relax. I won't compete with them in swordplay. I'll talk numbers and the big picture. Tomorrow at noon, Qingyun Guild headquarters. All 12 hall masters will be there. 3 have already taken Ao Lin's money. Oh, damn. This isn't an interview. It's a group defense brawl. Should I send guards with you? Too many men would look like pressure from the court. I'll take Suhi and the ledgers. Let them see clearly. Working with me makes money and saves lives. And preserves martial world rules. Looks like at tomorrow's meeting, someone fears reopening the city more than I do. Qingyun Guild headquarters. No court lapdogs allowed inside. I'm just a palace errand boy. I'm not even an eagle. At best, I'm an overworked sparrow. Leave the ledgers. Get out yourself. The guild leader invited a person, not ledgers. Move. I delivered the invitation. If you object, ask the guild leader. Commander seat you're protecting an outsider. The brothers don't accept it. That's normal. You all make your living on trade routes. I suddenly come here to talk partnership. I'd be suspicious too. But put the blades away first. The glare makes it hard to see the steps. Who fired that arrow? Easy. There's no poison on it. They just want to scare me off. Which means someone inside doesn't want me seeing the guild leader. A merchant backed by the emperor. Thinks he belongs here. How much business has Ming Trading stolen from small vendors? Can you deny competing with the people for profit? I won't sit. I'll stand and say this. First, Ming Trading makes basic testing methods public. We don't ban others from making goods. Second, we don't squeeze raw material prices. We sign long-term contracts. Third, our business aid and books are open to review. Name one business I've driven under. You sell soap and hard liquor. Isn't it still the people's money? Regular soap costs folks 15 cash. It saves soapberry and wash time. The rich buy scented versions. Those profits fund the basic kind and relief. Making money isn't shameful. Monopoly and robbery at knife point are. Why should Qingyun escort a royal workshop? Not for the royal family. To protect trade routes. Oz estate extorts freight wagons 3 times. Escort firms are forced to pay protection money. Who gets hurt in the end? Merchants, guards, and common folks, all of them. What do you want from Qingyun? 3 things. Safe trade routes, real intel, and people who keep rules. In return, I'll give 3 things. Steady supplies, open profit shares, and a role for Qingyun. Legal credentials to clear Qingyun's name. Sounds nice. What if the court turns on us? 3 copies of the contract. The Merchants Guild, Qingyun, and the government each keep 1. Whoever breaks it first. Merchants everywhere will know. Once reputation can make money, no one dares smash it lightly. If Ao Ling sends troops to surround the mountain, how will you protect us? First, deny him an excuse to surround it. Then make his army depend on open trade routes. War isn't just about blades. Whoever feeds the army gets a say. Guild leader, the West Pond Depot is on fire. The escort roster was stolen. It has every route for tonight. That outsider must have brought this trouble. Oh, damn. I just walked in, and I'm already blamed. Guild leader, sealing the mountain won't help. The thief doesn't want to escape. They want us to distrust each other. Give me half an hour. I'll find the mole. Outer disciples searched. No roster. The thief only tore out tonight's routes. They're not selling intel. They want one escort team hit. Why? The fire started by the window. The cabinet door was intact, so they opened the cabinet before starting the fire. They had a key and knew the watch. They knew the routes. That narrows it down. There are only a dozen managers in the guild. How will you investigate? Don't investigate people. Watch reactions. Spread 3 fake reports. East route goes by water. West route goes to the salt flats. South route gets extra fighters. Tell each report to a different group of managers, whichever route is attacked. The leak is in that group. Right. Keep the real escort team where it is. Don't use our brothers as bait. Armchair tactics. Then do you have a faster way? Report. Someone sent a letter down the mountain overnight. We caught him. It says the east route changed to water. Bring him in. I only wanted to save Southern Tongue. General Ia promised to stop investigating our escort runs. You sold out every guild route, and still claim to protect the brothers? Aling won't protect you. First, he'll make you give up 1 route. Then he'll make you give up 10. Finally, he'll reveal the evidence. Then you'll have no choice but to serve him. What right do you have to lecture me? The court wants to absorb King Yun too. I never asked you to submit to anyone. Legal escort permits only inspect contraband and taxes. They won't touch your internal affairs. Follow the rules, and no one can call you bandits. Hall Master Ding, hand over your token. Deal with him by guild rules. 9 of the 12 Hall Masters have agreed to cooperate. Starting today, you will be King Yun's liaison to the Royal Workshop. 1 condition, no official post, no involvement in martial feuds, and no smuggling for anyone. That's quite a list of conditions. Cooperation isn't selling yourself. Clear boundaries make it last. King Yun's routes are open. Nearby materials can arrive in 3 days. Jiangnan bulk goods reach the capital in half a month. The second workshop can start up. The guild leader also agreed to send you local prices, road conditions, and disaster reports. But you have to teach us how to organize them. Sort them by region, time, and source. For important news, get at least 2 sources. Don't believe every rumor you hear. You turn the martial world's eyes and ears into bookkeepers. Unsorted information is rumor. Once sorted, it's intelligence. Ling has blocked the minerals used to make glass. He knows your next business. Glass is still in testing. How did that leak? The King Yun Guild isn't the only place with a mole. Someone at Ming Workshop is feeding them news too. Want me to catch them for you? Not yet. Let him keep spreading it. But only what I want Ayo Ling to hear. Oh, damn! Since he's waiting to seize the glassware, let's prepare a batch of insanely valuable fakes for him. More bubbles. Still not clear enough. Too many impurities in the raw material. The furnace temperature is unstable. Sift it finer first, then raise the heat in stages. Change only 1 variable at a time. Don't change 3 things at once, or even success won't tell us why. You've ruined 20 batches already, and you still want to continue? No research succeeds on the first try. The first 20 batches weren't wasted. They ruled out 20 wrong methods. But the AO family bought up all the ore. There's only enough for 2 more batches. I checked. White sand and limestone from outside the city can replace it. The key is purification. Then test it in small batches. Start with lenses and small cups. Don't rush to make large pieces. You can actually see people's silhouettes through it. Oh, damn! The ancient luxury goods money printer is online. It's clearer than tribute from the western regions. Don't sell these today.
Take pre-orders first.
Each cup has a number on the bottom. If it breaks, we can trace the craftsman in batch. The cups are beautiful, but if we make window panes, the cabins can let in light and block the wind. Princess, you know your stuff. We can also make spyglasses, medicine bottles, and mirrors. But first, we need to improve the yield. The Royal Workshop is using up valuable ore just to make these toys. Isn't that wasteful? The trial costs come from the merchant's profits, not the state treasury. Half the net proceeds from the first batch. will go to disaster relief in Jiangnan. Merchant tricks will never belong in court. The general sent men to buy or at a high price yesterday, and today he calls it a toy? That logic changed fast. Are you mocking me, General? He was only telling the truth. 10 cups brought in 4,000 taels. Orders are booked 3 months out. Don't celebrate yet. High-priced goods must stay limited. Ordinary window panes and medicine bottles are the long-term market. The ore the AO family bought has been dumped back on the market cheaply. They think we're short on supplies and want to use this chance to buy in. Buy it, but only at market price. We owe them nothing. Have the moles spread word. That glass requires blue ore. Blue ore can be used, but it's not the only option. Let him hoard it. That ties up his silver and his warehouses. Doesn't that make us con artists? We didn't make him buy it. He wanted a monopoly. The market information wasn't complete. Greed comes with tuition. By order of the Grand General, the glass workshop is suspected of making items reserved for the palace. Seal it immediately. This is a royal manufactory. You have no right to enter. The seal proves it. The seal is genuine, but the contents may have been added later. Oh, damn. The sealing order is dated tomorrow. Yet you came tonight. Your rush to claim credit gave you away. The date was a clerical error. Seal the furnaces, finished goods, and ledgers too. Fine, but by regulation, the Ministry of Works, Ministry of Revenue, and palace eunuchs must all be present for a seal. The general's military order means we don't have to wait. Then I won't stop you. See Yu Ling record every item, where the carriers go, and any damage. Submit it to the emperor tomorrow. Are you threatening me? Number. I'm documenting the asset transfer. Those crates contain the first batch of glassware. Everyone, handle them gently. The finished goods entered the palace storerooms yesterday. These are only bubble-filled rejects and slag. We knew he'd move them as soon as the forged papers got out. The more evidence, the better. The glassworks secretly stored dangerous furnace materials. I ordered the workshop sealed, for the sake of engineering safety. Then I ask, why was the order carried out early? Why was there no inspection by the Ministry of Works? And why are the moved goods in the family's warehouse? Lies. Your Majesty, last night's sealing order had no countersignature from the Ministry of Works. The original in my hand says only that an inspection would occur tomorrow. It never authorized moving anything. Who altered its contents? The AO family's steward forced me to add that wording. Seal the documents immediately. I had no choice but to obey. Can the testimony of a minor clerk really count as evidence? There's also a transport list, witnesses along the street, and 1,000 crates logged into the AO family's warehouse. Right, and the crates held nothing but scrap. Not one genuine royal piece is missing. You set this trap on purpose. If the general hadn't tried to seize it, he wouldn't have walked into it. Why would we take back this cart of slag? It can be reused as filler. Nothing goes to waste. More importantly, everyone needs to see that Mingde Trading was cleared of wrongdoing. So the Grand General's residence really did try to seize the glass. Clear out. Discuss it again and you'll be arrested. You'd better not arrest anyone. The emperor just issued a decree. Anyone who acts without all 3 offices' approval and oversteps their authority again will be suspended before facing trial. Bai Ming, don't think one victory makes you secure. I never did. Go back and tell the general. I welcome business done by the rules. But if he wants to take it for free, I won't indulge him. Ah Ling took a loss. Tonight he summoned 6 military officers. He won't stop at seizing the workshop. He's going after military power. It's not certain yet. There's more news. The emperor plans to designate the glassworks as a royal workshop. Here's a shield for you. Once the royal sign goes up, everyone will know whose side I'm on. So, are we putting it up or not? Put it up. We've come this far. No one would believe we're neutral anyway. By imperial decree, Zhao Ming is to enter the palace at once to discuss the royal workshop. Oh, damn. The next round is being moved to the center of the imperial court. I wish to designate Mingeji and Liuli Workshop as royal suppliers. No one may interfere. Your Majesty can protect the standards, not protect me personally. The sign should say, Royal Certified, not use a false name. Always right. The words royal supplier already mean favor. Why split hairs like that? If a brand is tied to one person, when they fall, the business falls too. Tie it to a system. Whoever runs it must follow the same rules. I support public quarterly inspections of royal workshops. Keep profits and wages in separate accounts. Whoever fails loses the sign at once. Since when does my royal sister know this stuff? I listened to him talk for half a day. My ears are practically calloused. That's called standardized training. Approve a Royal Industries Bureau. Let Revenue Works and the Palace supervise it together. You handle only planning and operations. Starting today. Workshops under the Royal Industries Bureau, without joint approval from all three offices, may not be sealed or requisitioned. All military supply purchases must be paid according to the books. In wartime emergencies, must we still get signatures at every level? Wouldn't that delay military matters? We can add an emergency clause. The frontline commander gets the goods first. Within 3 days, provide the amount, purpose, and recipient. If it's not filed within 3 days, hold the next shipment. Military secrets. How can merchants audit the books? They only check amounts and payments. They don't ask about defense plans. If the general has no selfish motives. Why object? I'm only worried villains will use this to line their pockets. Then it should be audited all the more. My accounts, the Bureau's accounts, and military supply accounts. Whoever feels guilty first suffers first. With the Industries Bureau, technicians can be registered. Women workers can be paid by skill too. Set up apprenticeships as well. Pass the test, get a raise. Anyone who improves a process gets a reward and credit. Craftsmen get credit too? Good things used to belong to the owner. They came up with it. Why shouldn't they get credit? Let capable people see a path up, and they'll stay for the long haul. Wyming. A royal plaque may protect you for now, but not forever. The general is right. That's why I didn't stake my life on a plaque. Then what did you stake it on? On people getting affordable goods, and craftsmen getting paid. On His Majesty getting tax revenue. If they want to move against me, they must first ask if these people agree. Public sentiment is easily stirred, and easily forgotten. Then do something every day to make them remember. What is business in the capital? 1 ship of overseas spices is worth 10 workshops. Do you dare go bigger with me? Holy crap. Princess, are you taking me global? Come to the princess's estate tomorrow. I'll introduce you to someone who truly knows the sea. Her name is Lin Shi. She's from a seafaring family in the South Seas. She knows astronomy and map making. I hear you made a fortune in the capital from soap and liquor. Yet you've never even seen the sea. I've never seen the sea, but I've seen shipping data. Sea trade fears storms and getting lost most. Then there are disease and unsold cargo. Easy to say. Dayang's old ships leak after 7 days offshore. In a headwind, they can only wait to die. So we improve the ships first. No rush to sail far. Reinforce the keel. Divide the compartments. Upgrade the watertight doors. And keep spare sails and fresh water. What are watertight doors? Divide the hold into sections. If one takes on water, seal it off, so the whole ship won't sink. That could work, but it adds weight. We can test lighter sealing materials. Princess, the old design can't be changed lightly. Our ships are ancestral. They've been built this way for 100 years, and they've sunk for 100 years. Why can't we change them? Shipping falls under the War Ministry. Civilian merchants have no right to advise on warships. We'll build merchant ship models first, not touch warships. Make 3 models, and test them in a tank with wind and waves. Use whichever is most stable. Divide cargo by weight. Don't stack it all on one side. Crewmen record water level, wind, and speed daily. Sailing relies on experience. What's the point of writing it down? One person's experience dies with them. Records remain. After 10 voyages, we'll know which monsoon route is safest. Starting today, craftsmen learning the new methods get a 20% raise. Those unwilling may leave. No obstruction. The princess is changing shipping rules on her own. The general will never agree. These are my merchant ships. I don't need his approval. The southern islands lack cloth, ironware, and medicine, but abound in spices, hardwood, and gems. If we can make safe round trips, the profits will be enormous. Test near shore with small boats first. Build supply points, then expand. Don't launch a huge expedition right away. That's just sending people to their deaths. I've waited 10 years for this day. Everyone at court says women shouldn't touch ships. I'll make them see Daong's flag at sea. The princess handles decisions and resources. Lingxi handles the routes. I handle business and hulls. He handles ship gear and supplies. The Qingyun Guild can provide coastal port intelligence. But A. Lin is also sending men to shipping. It looks like he wants the blueprints. If he dares attack the main estate, I'll beat him out. Beating him out only feels good. Let's split up and store the blueprints. Different people hold the key dimensions. You guard against people more carefully than storms. Holy crap. Storms won't steal blueprints. People will. It wasn't a leak. Someone planted gunpowder in the model cabin. It was military-grade powder. Ling wants to warn me. This powder makes a lot of smoke and is unstable. A military arms problem just landed in our lap. Let's use the chance to make it safer. Military materials fail once damp. Unstable loading can hurt people too. But ancestral methods can't be changed lightly. Old methods aren't iron laws. If they hurt people, they must change. But the key method stays secret. Only the Armory Bureau keeps them in sections. First standardize quality, condition, and storage. Then run small-scale comparisons. Change only one thing each time. Record the results and residue. It can increase power. The goal isn't power. It's stability. No matter how powerful the powder is, it's useless if it blows up our own men. Fire is even more dangerous on ships. Storage must be isolated. Right. Use moisture-proof ceramic jars. Keep them away from open flames. Issue them through designated staff. Build earthen walls too. No one may take samples off-site. These procedures are cumbersome. The army will say they're too slow. One extra step in peacetime means one fewer unit dead in war. It burns more evenly. And the key parts are less likely to clog. It's just a craftsman's little trick. Why bother His Majesty? Hundreds are killed or wounded yearly by weapons failures. How is that a small matter? Weapons formulas are war ministry secrets. Women and women shouldn't meddle. I only handle material checks and injury assessment. The Armory Bureau keeps the formula. I won't take the full formula. Compartmentalized operations. No one can take all the know-how. Battlefields change fast. You think these manuals can win wars? Manuals can't wield blades, but they can make 100 guns perform the same. An army fears half firing while half blow up. Pull a unit from the Imperial Guard. Train them by the new standards. Ling's men took an apprentice after the test. They forced him for the full formula. The apprentice only sifted materials. He knew none of the other steps. That's the point of compartmentalization. Rescue him first. Change the codes for all contacts. Split the files into 3 copies. But what if the mole gets all 3? The 3 copies go to Ordnance, the Emperor, and Industry. Every access must leave a record. Add different typos to each copy. Whichever copy leaks, we'll know the source at a glance. His Majesty ordered another drill in 7 days. Time is still tight. Worried about accidents? I'd rather show 10 qualified guns than prop up the show with 100 unfinished ones. Inspect, recheck, test fire. Not one step can be skipped. The captured apprentice escaped. He said A.O. Manor's underground depot holds 3 times the gunpowder logged by the War Ministry. Stashing weapons. Holy crap. This isn't skimming a little silver. He's building up for a mutiny. Should we report to His Majesty now? A confession alone isn't enough. Treat him and verify his wounds first. Find the depot entry records. The drill in 7 days. Ling will surely attend. If he wants to steal the new technology, he'll leave more evidence. Your Majesty, The gun unit isn't trained enough. I advise canceling the demonstration to spare the court embarrassment. Because there are so many issues, we need an on-site comparison. Today we test only 3 things. Ignition success rate, firing drill and malfunction response. This isn't about who makes the loudest bang. 10 guns line up in a row. If one misfires, the whole unit loses its rhythm. So we use standard commands: load, aim, fire, confirm formation. Anyone with a misfire must not look down. Wait a moment first, then let a specialist handle it. What soldier has time to wait in battle? Better than blowing up your face. Training turns moves into habits, so they won't panic in real battle. Medics are stationed to the side and rear. Burns and blast wounds are treated separately. Stop. If this goes army-wide, our combat power will rise by far more than 10%. A few drills prove nothing. Guns are expensive. Border troops need bows, crossbows, and cavalry more. No one's saying replace everything. Guns are for defense, breaking formations, and deterrence. Cavalry still has its role. Modern force planning isn't worshipping one weapon. Expand to 1 battalion first, under my direct command. Keep separate ordnance accounts. Don't route them through the northern garrison arsenal. Your Majesty doesn't trust me. I don't want all weapons passing through one hand. During the drill, someone tried to swap a barrel of new powder. I caught him.
He's an M Manor guard.
I was only ordered to take samples. The general wants to check the quality. Why didn't you register the sample? And why bring an empty barrel and fake seal?
Take him to the Imperial prison.
Question him alone. He also had a rubbing of the underground depot key. Enough to locate it, not convict him. The underground depot may hold only weapons. We need the amount, source, and destination. I can order the Imperial Guard to search his estate. Search now and he'll claim the War Ministry stored it there, then hide the real private army. Watch the transport routes first. You think he'll really rebel? Hoarding gunpowder, bribing guild leaders, controlling military grain, courting generals. Put it together and it's not a hobby. The Azure Cloud Society found 3 unregistered convoys, hauling grain to the outskirts at night. What should I do? Keep trusting him on the surface. Secretly split control of the guard, grain, and gates. Then feed him false information. See which of the 4 armies moves. What false information? Say His Majesty will leave the capital in 7 days to worship heaven, and palace security will be cut in half. That will lure the snake out. Or lure it into the palace. Holy crap. If we don't lure it out, it'll stay under the bed forever. We need to set the snake trap first. The new gun battalion now answers directly to His Majesty, and ordnance accounts bypass the northern garrison. If we keep delaying, our people will be replaced bit by bit. Xuan Chun lacks the nerve. Wei Ming is coaching him behind the scenes. Blackstone Camp has gathered 2,000 old troops, staying outside the capital as merchant escorts. But grain and weapons must go through public accounts. The risk keeps growing. Don't act yet. Keep recruiting captains. Control the grain depots. Wait until half the court is secure. Then win in one strike. Wei Ming is checking the city armory and smuggled crossbows. Let him find a little, but not everything. Give him a fake convoy. Draw his attention to the western outskirts. If he sees through it, then he's someone we can keep. Before the mutiny, break his business and intelligence legs. 3 abandoned camps outside the capital suddenly got more grain carts. But those entering have no official military registration. The Azure Cloud Society found AO Manor bribing gate captains. The price is outrageously high. I'll search Blackstone Camp now. No, the private troops wear merchant clothes and carry old military orders. Even if we find them, they'll claim to be retired guards, without a chain of command. Ah Ling can still blame his deputy. So we just watch him gather troops? Rotate the guards quietly first. Split each city gate key in 2. Have different people control the inner and outer gates. Review grain, powder, and city armories separately. I'll give him a false opening. Release word that you'll leave the palace to worship heaven. See who moves troops and who sends grain, who changes the watch. Tell each false message to different people. We can flush out the mole too. I'll watch all 7 message points. It can't be this heavy. It's probably iron inside. Don't stop them. Record the cart number, tracks, and times. Catch one cart now, and the whole camp will move at once. There are at least 2,000 men behind those walls. Their drill commands match the northern garrisons. Who's talking out there? We delivered grain to the wrong place. South City warehouse. No. 2 sent us to check the address. Get lost. There is no grain depot here. Those 6 men all called in sick at court. So this is where they're hiding. Let's give the list to His Majesty. Can we arrest them now? We can investigate, but not close the net yet. We lack proof that Ao Ling gave the order himself. The palace banquet is the day. Holy crap. The palace banquet is the mutiny date. Don't alert the snake yet. Set everything in place before he acts. 3 nets: business, military, intelligence. Orders in the capital are full. Other states want to join too. If we expand again, we'll lack staff and materials. Set up partner workshops in each state. Ming sets the standards and inspections. Local owners run them. Split profits by region. Isn't that giving away our way to make money? The market is big enough. One brand. Better for everyone to profit than have fakes everywhere. Grade the technology. Consumer goods can be licensed. Dangerous materials and medical goods must be re-inspected. Industry and defense handles safety. The Industry Bureau does spot checks. Once trade routes open, the guild's grain, cloth, and medicine may surpass the state granaries. So the books must be public. The guild can't become another at a state.
His Majesty wants to expand the firearms camp.
But output is too low. And we're worried about leaks. Quality first. Separate materials, processing, assembly, and inspection. No one gets the full method. Each batch records only its number and performance. Log and dispose of all scrap and failed goods. What if it's urgently needed in wartime? Won't the process be too slow? Keep stockpiles in peacetime. Set up repair teams. Rushing in wartime means poor preparation, not too many steps. Who can be trusted most with weapons? The Emperor War Ministry and Ordnance Bureau authorize it together. Supplies depend on the mission, not personal ties. The army may think merchants are meddling too much. I don't command battles. I only oversee supplies, quality, and accounts. Military merit protects the nation. It must not breed powerful ministers. 7 days later, Ao Ling made no move. Blackstone Camp sent no reinforcements either. But they're buying grain vouchers, fuel, and army boots. The Azure Cloud Society can set up contact posts. Track convoys, prices, and troop movements. Keep medicines stocked on ships. If the capital is sealed off, resupply it by water. Trade, the underworld, weapons, and shipping are all in our hands. Ao Ling will hate us even more. Then draw clear lines. The guild won't raise troops. The Ordnance Bureau won't do business. The Azure Cloud Society won't extort with intelligence. The royal court can't take goods for free either. You've put every ally on a leash. Me too. Power without limits turns allies into enemies sooner or later. 27 major merchants in the capital heard the EA estate plans to control the tax checkpoints. They want to see Mr. Wei tomorrow. They want to form a new guild. Oh, damn. Nationwide expansion just began, and capital money is already joining forces. Tell them we can talk. Anyone wanting to make me the merchant's grand general shouldn't even come in. My grain shop has run for 3 generations. The guild head should be the biggest investor. Why? If transport stops for 1 day, all your grain still can't enter the city. You're only fighting for seats. But we're afraid big merchants will raise prices together. Small vendors will suffer in the end. Wyming, this guild will fall apart before it even starts. Don't choose a guild head yet. Each house must list its goods, workers, vehicles, warehouses, and debts. Don't report only strength and hide risks. Debts must be disclosed. Only submit them to the preparatory group for review. If you want to work together, first find out who truly has the means. And who's just all talk. What if someone lies? Cross-check banks and warehouses. One false report and you're out. Cancel their eligibility. If big merchants take all the seats, what's the point of us joining? Save some seats for small merchants. Major price hikes or shutdowns must be publicly explained. A few people can't decide behind closed doors. Set safety red lines for medicine, food, and workshops. Anyone who skips inspections for profit loses eligibility at once. Merchants make private alliances and still dare talk about rules? The Grand General's estate warns you all. Anyone who joins can forget military supply contracts. If military supplies truly depend on your word, show us orders from the War and Revenue Ministries. If you can't, you're just using state orders to scare us. Why mean you'll regret this? Oh damn. The meeting hasn't even started, and the threat letter is already here. Pretty efficient. The AO estate met with 6 major merchants tonight. They promised cheap military contracts to anyone who quits the group. 2 have already wavered. Bulin, lay out all the terms tomorrow. Who got what? And who they represent. All of it goes public. The worst thing isn't seeking profit. It's claiming to act for everyone, while serving only yourself. What if no one wants to unite in the end? Then we don't form it. Better nothing than an empty shell. More people came than yesterday. Tomorrow we formally discuss the charter. Set the boundaries first, then the seats. First let everyone dare to say no, then discuss how to work together. The AO estate inspected cloth shops today. Tomorrow they'll seize restaurants. If everyone just protects their own, we'll all be swallowed sooner or later. But if we form a guild, who will be the guild head? Minginkyo can't have all the say. I won't be guild head for life. The guild will have 7 seats. Grain, cloth, medicine, transport, workshops, banks, and small merchants each choose one. Rotate every 6 months. Small merchants get a seat too. How much silver can they put up? This guild isn't about money or loud voices. Big merchants can keep supplies steady. Small merchants are closest to the people. We need both. We also need quality and safety standards. Anyone selling fake medicine or shorting customers is expelled first, then reported to the authorities. What if someone is bullied by the powerful? Petition together. Stop work together. Testify together. But don't drive up prices. Don't use the people as bargaining chips. Membership fees are tiered by size. Accounts are public every month. A charter is good. The Grand General's estate reminds you all. Forming a private merchant faction to manipulate market prices is a serious crime. We're only making an agreement. How is opening trade routes manipulation? Anyone who joins loses all future military contracts. Military contracts now use open bidding. They're not controlled by one word from the AO estate. If you can truly cancel them, show orders from the War and Revenue Ministries. By Ming, you're inciting merchants against the court. We reject verbal levies, not the court. The guild's first rule, pay taxes by law. No hoarding life-saving goods. Second rule, purchases need orders, deliveries need records, and debts need deadlines. My grain shop joins. My cloth shop joins. We vendors from South Market join too. 137 businesses joined on the first day. Their available goods exceed 1 million taels in value. With so much wealth gathered, won't the court be wary? That's why money won't go into one central treasury. Each house keeps its own goods. The guild only handles credit records and emergency coordination. Aline is already spreading rumors that the guild plans to raise prices together. Tomorrow morning, post guide prices for grain, cloth, and medicine. Promise no increases for 7 days. Then rumor makers can't keep stirring things up. The guide prices are too low. What if we lose money? They aren't fixed prices. They're public, reasonable ranges. If costs truly rise, bring the books. The guild will explain it together. One more thing. The North Gate tax checkpoint suddenly imposed a new chamber reorganization fee. 5 taels per cart. Is there an official tax category for it? No, they only say it's the great general's verbal order. You've got to be kidding me. The chamber just opened, and its special tax is already here. Tomorrow, stop the carts outside the checkpoint. Record cargo losses and wait times. We'll settle the score with them in public. New chamber members will pay an extra 5-tael reorganization fee per cart. No payment, no entry. What law authorizes this? Who signed it? And which treasury gets the money? The great general's order? It's not your place to ask. Then we're not going in. All carts pull over. Don't block the road. Cover the grain with rain tops. Move the herbs to a nearby clinic for storage. A day's delay damages the goods. Record every loss. If the people ask, we state facts, no stirring things up. Rice prices in town have already risen. Why aren't the grain carts coming in? Is the chamber hoarding grain on purpose? This lists the carts, cargo, original prices, and new fees. We're willing to enter and pay the legal business tax. We won't pay silver for a fee with no name. 5 taels per cart. Won't that just raise rice prices in the end? The chamber is powerful. It should pay more taxes to keep rich merchants from monopolizing things. If it's truly meant to regulate, the Ministry of Revenue should set it. Charge checkpoint fees by profit or scale. They charge every cart they see. Even empty carts pay 5 taels. Small merchants will be crushed. This reorganization fee never entered the state treasury. It went into the city defense's temporary treasury. The temporary treasury is run by the AO Estates guards. They refuse to open the books for inspection. City defense urgently needs funds. What's wrong with collecting first and reporting later? Even in an emergency, state the purpose and time limit. Otherwise, it's 5 taels today.
10 tomorrow.
Who dare haul goods then? No goods enter the city. Prices go up. And everyone pays for this murky bill. Stop collecting this fee at once. Audit and freeze all silver already collected. You won, but the great general won't spare me. He forced us to collect it. Write down the order, the books, and where the silver was delivered. I'll have the censor protect you. If you keep hiding it, you'll be the one taking the fall. I can testify. But a batch of silver was moved from the city defense treasury last night. Where was it sent? Blackstone camp outside the capital. Another private army base. Tax silver, grain, supplies, weapons all go there. The chain is getting clearer, though the chamber won this time. Tax checkpoints everywhere still charge whatever they want. And cargo slips aren't standardized. Then let's use this chance to make it a bigger issue. Standardize cargo documents and weights and publish tax rates. Let every cart show where it came from, and every fee it paid. The Baoling Association will say you want to control all trade routes. I'm not controlling them. I'm just making information transparent. Anyone who wants to charge twice will have to leave a fingerprint. Mr. Wei, someone's collecting money at the South Gate in the chamber's name. They're even issuing slips like these. You've got to be kidding me. We just dealt with fake goods. And now fake tax slips are here. Perfect. Next, we'll regulate both money and slips together. If these cargo slips can be transferred, wouldn't they become another kind of banknote? If someone forges them, who pays? Cargo slips only represent real goods. They don't create money out of thin air. A granary holds 100 dan of grain, so it can issue at most 100 dan worth of slips. Each has a serial number, warehouse seal, and chamber watermark. If civilians issue these certificates, how will the court regulate them? The Ministry of Revenue registers warehouses and their limits. The chamber reports cancellations, transfers, and redemptions daily. It spot checks inventory. If the numbers don't match, stop the slips, compensate holders, and hold them liable. How do we standardize weights? A pound differs everywhere. First, the Ministry of Works casts standard weights. Chamber shops verify them for free. Accurate scales get a certification sign. Short weights lose the sign. What if people don't trust these new things? Start with settlements among merchants. Goods can be redeemed anytime. Trust isn't won by shouting. It's built by honoring every redemption. Nether River cargo slips are worthless paper. who'd use them to buy grain. In the end, they'll starve. But this says it can be exchanged for 3 dough of rice from East Granary. Then exchange it now. No need to carry silver around. What if a slip is lost? Large slips are registered and can be reported lost. Small slips aren't registered, so they're easy to circulate. But each person has a limit. We'll try it for 1 month. You can opt out anytime. You're using slips to drive down grain prices, leaving grain merchants no profit. We used to cross 3 tax checkpoints and pay middlemen a cut. Now 1 slip costs less instead. I'm still making money. A public guide price isn't fixed. It can adjust when drought raises shipping costs, but the reason must be stated. After 10 trial days, duplicate taxes fell by 60%. Grain prices dropped 20%, and tax revenue actually rose. Taxes were heavy before, yet little was collected. It was all leaking away on the road. Higher tax rates aren't always better. Crush business, and the tax base is gone too. Simple rules, calculable costs, make merchants willing to expand. Aling City Defense Treasury income has plunged. Blackstone Camp hasn't received silver in 2 days. He ordered his men to buy up cargo slips, planning to redeem them all at once, and to break the granaries. If we redeem them, East Granary can't hold out. The slips cover multiple warehouses, not just one. Start cross-warehouse redemption at once. And publish total inventory. Then limit rapid bulk redemptions from the same source. Ordinary people won't be affected. Won't they say we're refusing redemption? That's why we'll post all the reasons and data. Let everyone see that someone's making a malicious run. Ling submitted a memorial, claiming you minted private currency and endangered the state. He asks me to execute you in court tomorrow. You've got to be kidding me. He can't win an economic war, so he wants to kill people. Your Majesty, don't defend me tomorrow. Make him present all his evidence of private minting. Ming goods notes are tradable. They can be exchanged for goods, no different from cash. Forging Ming currency and usurping fiscal power is punishable by beheading. Goods notes redeem only specified goods. They can't pay taxes. They can't be issued at will. They're backed by physical inventory. The Ministry of Revenue records every step. Which part counts as private coinage? If commoners use them to trade, that's usurpation. The trial rules were signed by me and the Ministry of Works. If there's guilt, I'm guilty too. Goods notes cut duplicate taxes. Treasury revenue rose by 30,000. You've all been bought by merchants. Continue the trial for 3 months. Under Ministry of Revenue oversight, Ching has no evidence. No more framing him for treason. If the general truly cares about the state, explain why Blackstone Camp got city defense tax silver. You'll pay for what you said today. He's bewitched the court with silver and ledgers. If we let this boy stay, even military power will be taken. Kill him outright. The emperor will investigate the AO estate. Don't kill him in the capital. Tomorrow, he'll inspect the west side warehouses. He'll pass Willow Grove Slope. Pose as bandits robbing him. Get Suhi too. Chu Ling is often near him. Lure the tiger from the mountain. Spread a fake message about Yan Changfeng's jade token. Lure Chu Ling to the northern outskirts. What about the goods no ledgers? Once he's dead, the guild will be leaderless. Then trigger a run. Burn 2 granaries. The people will blame Wyming. Yes, sir. Someone's listening. A plea for aid from the alliance leader came from the north. I have to go. First, verify the handwriting, code, and delivery route. Too many fake reports lately. The code is real. It could have been copied from an old letter. If Leader Yun were truly in danger, he wouldn't just write, "Come quickly." He'd name the enemy and retreat point. Take 2 men to confirm it. Don't take all the guards. You go to Willow Grove Slope tomorrow. The West Warehouse books don't add up. We must audit them. Reschedule it. If we reschedule, they'll know the leak got out. Go as planned, but switch carriages and split routes. Keep a copy of the ledgers. You know someone wants you dead? And you're still going? If I don't, 5,000 dan of grain may be swapped out. The people's notes are tied up in it. I'll be back soon. Then should we bring 20 more guards? Split into visible and hidden teams. Only 4 people know the route. That won't alert them. And we'll find the leak. They even picked the spot for us. People first. The ledgers have copies. I'll leave hidden guards to back you up. Oh my God. Then let's return the favor. No ledgers in the carriage. Load lime bags and hunting nets. Kill Wyming. Leave no one else alive. Get down. Lift the floorboard. Your return gift won't be easy. The wind can only hold them off briefly. Fall back to the rock wall. Don't get surrounded. Fire. Oh my God. No need to negotiate. Too many. We can't hold them. Who says he's alone? Stop Chu Ling. Kill Wyming first. Don't linger. Leave survivors. Now you're giving orders? You handle the fighting. I'll handle the evidence. Northern garrison soldiers. The serial numbers were filed off, but the arrow grooves are the same size. You won't live to see court. Wanna die? Name your employer first. No torture. Search them and check wounds. Record their weapons. Hold them separately. Cross-check their statements. You were attacked, yet you're so calm. Are you scared? My legs are shaking. But the more scared I am, the sharper I stay. The plea for aid was fake, but the messenger was sent by the AO estate. I saw through it and turned back. Still, I almost came too late. Not late. Perfect entrance. Quit joking. Use yourself as bait again. And I'll break your legs first. I only care about silver. I don't know the employer. There's black quartz coal ash on your boot solace, and crossbow calluses on your wrists. Yet you wear a bandit's tag. Ling wants to frame you, but training marks can't be hidden. So what if you guessed it? Without General Ao's written order. Assassination, private troops, tax silver, military gear. The evidence forms a chain. We're missing just one final link. How Ao Ling commands Blackstone Camp. We must prove the orders came from him. I'll infiltrate the estate. Too dangerous. Use this leader to send a fake report. Assassination successful. Ledgers seized. Let's see what the AO estate does next. I won't cooperate. No need to memorize the code. Carrier pigeon routes. We all have them. If the letter goes out, Ling may revolt early. Oh my God. Then let him think I'm dead. See who he moves first, and which ledger he burns. The dead are easier than the living for solving cases. Mr. Wei is really gone. Who will lead the guild now? Take turns by the rules. Grain notes will still be redeemed. The workshops stay open. The ledgers are stored in separate places. Brother Wei, why'd you leave us? Even in your coffin, you can't sit still. He took the bait. Oh my God. Cry louder. My eardrums are about to burst. Shut up. You're fake dead for one day.
Endure it.
Willow Grove Slope was a success. The Ning Guild looks stable on the surface, but it's in chaos inside. Execute Step 2. Blackstone Camp takes over 2 granaries. Burn the goods notes to settle accounts. Then use firefighting to control the guild. If the emperor asks, say that after Wyming died, the merchants looted the place, and the army was ordered to restore order. Also draw city defense funds for 6 captains. Make them loyal to us.
General.
The death squad leader asks, whether the body needs checking? Just some street kid. Dead is dead. After tonight, who'll remember him? I know you're alive. But seeing the morning hall still unsettles me. Rest easy, Your Majesty. I'm hard to kill. All that overtime before means I won't die just yet. Ling's orders are fully recorded. The messenger steward was instructed too. The 6 captains' names are here. Eavesdropping alone isn't enough. We need physical proof or handwriting. If the fake death leaks, it will hurt trust in the guild. How will we explain this to the guild and the people? The morning hall. Then explain it right away. The deception is only for the case. We can't manipulate the market, much less profit from it. Blackstone Camp will go to the granaries tonight. The real grain has been moved. Only numbered empty crates and fake ledgers remain. Wait for them to walk into the trap. What if they find it's a trap? Then the 7 seats must argue on purpose. Put on a show for the spies. When do you come back to life? When Ao Ling admits the assassination himself. Then I'll appear when he's most pleased with himself. Your Majesty, Ed entered the palace.
He claims Wyming's death is tied to the Azure Cloud Society.
Request imperial approval to suppress King Yun Mountain. He wants to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I approved his investigation. Not military action. Oh, come on. He came to seize the estate before the funeral even ended. The emperor approved an investigation, not military action. I'll listen behind the screen and hear how he frames the King Yun Society. The tea house says Ao Ling is mobilizing troops tonight. The docs say it's 3 days from now. Who do we believe? Information is ranked in 3 levels. Seeing it yourself is first-hand. A reliable informant's account is second-hand. Street rumors are third-hand. Major claims need 2 sources. The King Yun Society tracks roads and personnel. The guild tracks goods and prices. The palace handles documents. Cross-check all 3. False information won't get through easily. We're just delivery couriers. That still makes us spies. I'm not asking you to steal secrets. Just record anything unusual. A warehouse suddenly emptied. A road was sealed off at night. A household bought huge amounts of grain. Deliver reports once a day. Use different colored seals for emergencies. And protect your identities. Each person knows only their contact point. Don't investigate private matters. Don't blackmail anyone with information. The 7-day records show. Merchants in the Ao household bought 30,000 pairs of army boots and 5,000 military blankets without any military orders. Grain prices rose at Blackstone Camp. They've clearly reinforced their troops. At least 5,000 private soldiers. 6 gate officers took money from the defense treasury. 2 of them are willing to testify. Is the evidence enough now? Enough to investigate, not enough to close the net. Arrest Li alone, and his allies at court will destroy the ledgers. You want to close the net all at once. 3 steps. First, replace the deputy gate commander. Then seal the suspicious warehouses. Finally, conduct a public audit. Give the middle ranks a chance to confess. Don't force them to dig in. If the information leaks, each team gets an order with a different action time. Whichever one, Ao Ling learns early, reveals the source of the leak. We can build a network at the coastal ports too. Ships report wind, prices, disease, and pirates when they dock. In 6 months, we'll have the routes mapped. I've convinced 3 shipping companies to join the public network. But they're worried court infighting will hurt the ports. The intelligence network isn't just for catching Ao Ling. It's for long-term operations too. Once the capital is secure, set up public relay stations along the coast. Merchants trade information for information. New report, Ao Ling didn't burn the grain warehouses right away. Instead, he suspended Operation Black Eagle. He suspects I'm still alive. Someone in the funeral hall heard a sneeze from inside the coffin. Maybe I couldn't hold back the dust while crying. Oh, come on. The shortest fake death in history. A single sneeze gave it all away. Then stop pretending. The new ship's frame closes tomorrow. Ao Ling will definitely send people. You should appear in public. That'll reassure the guild. Fine. The dead man comes back to life and cuts the ribbon on the new ship. But a northern fast ship headed south overnight. It carries people from the Ao household. They seem intent on destroying the shipyard before launch. Tell Lingxi to secure the blueprints. Search the shipyard by section. The intelligence network's first real test starts by the sea. The ship is 18 jiang long. Using the compartment plan, the cargo hold must be reduced by at least 10%. Lose 10% to keep a damaged hold from sinking. 10. Add pressure tank mounting slots, so the cargo won't roll with the waves. A double bottom uses scrap wood and is hard to repair. What if all three models fail? Record which section leaks first and which clears first. Even failure can reveal the structure. Build one ship for testing first. Don't roll everything out at once. Make scale models of the key structures. Test tilting, flooding, and headwinds first. Better to fail in a test tank than at sea. I changed it to a multi-sail setup. It moves fast downwind and turns easily. But the crew will need retraining. Use diagrams in the training manual. Don't write everything out. Many sailors can't read. They can follow pictures. Even ordinary sailors need to know shipbuilding rules. The more people who understand safety, the fewer who pay with their lives.
Hold it.
The third one. The AO household's men split up to sabotage the ropes, slipway, and warehouse. They're not burning the ship. They wanted to capsize during launch. So the princess will be blamed, and the workers will be killed. The slipway is damaged. It can't launch tomorrow. Replace it overnight. There's not enough time. We don't need to replace everything. Check the load-bearing sections. Replace the critical rails, and add backup tow ropes. Launch the empty ship tomorrow. No people, no cargo. You just died and came straight to the shipyard. Oh, come on. Deadlines wait for no one. The enemy is waiting for me to sink, so I need to watch it myself. You aren't dead. Thanks for thinking of me, General. You recovered quickly. You faked your death to deceive the Emperor. What crime does that warrant? Wei Ming is investigating under a secret imperial order. The Emperor approved the fake death. Today we're only discussing the new ship, not your disappointment. The slipway is damaged. Launching by force would cause a disaster. The damaged sections have been repaired. We're testing the empty ship in stages. Everyone has moved beyond the safety line. The draft is normal. The compartments aren't leaking. This is only the hull. The real challenge is long-distance travel. But today proved the blueprints weren't a fantasy. We found a fuse under the ship. If we'd launched with people aboard, the impact could have ignited it. It bears the A household armory's serial number. A frame-up. Oh, come on. The ship hasn't even left the sea yet. And the evidence has already surfaced. Don't rush, General. We'll check the serial number, recipient, and warehouse ledger. We'll go through it item by item. Our ancestors built ships for centuries. Who makes a small model first? Wastes wood and manpower. The first 3 test models all leaned. If we build the full ship right away, we'll waste even more. No matter how exact the math on paper is, it can't beat my 40 years of feel. Then let's have a contest. You make a model the old way. We'll use the new compartment design. Same load, same tank. Whoever's steadier wins. Loser keeps their job. The results go on file. We'll fix the next version together. You dare let your own plan lose? Holy cow. Not daring to lose is more dangerous. Models make mistakes before people do. One's fast, one's tough. Who wins? Neither beats the old ship at turning. The new ship is safer. Put the strengths together. Keep your cargo locking slots too. When cargo rolls at sea, the whole ship can list. Your stern design cuts through water better. Put that in the new version too. From now on, problem solvers get credit and rewards. A craftsman can leave their name behind. Of course, later generations should know who learned which lessons. 37 tests in 1 month. Material loss is up 20%. People say you're wasting royal silver on wood. Make all failures and costs public. What conclusions did the money buy? List every expense clearly. When ships broke before, they'd just blame fate. No one recorded which plank or which step went wrong. From now on, log every failure. Don't find a scapegoat first. Find the cause first. Someone's buying failed models and scrap plans outside the shipyard. The buyer is from the AO estate. They want to spin 37 failures as 37 wasted treasury funds. Then show the whole city the 38th. Failure isn't scary. Hiding it lets people make up stories. Give the scrap models to the academy too. Let students see what went wrong. Write how to fix each failure beside it. Don't make later people fall the same way. The new ship needs more wood, iron, and training. The budget is already 20% over plan. Some at court demand we stop work and face charges. Reworking the design does cost money, but if we stop now, all the money spent so far is wasted. Don't use past spending to force us on. First, calculate the cost to finish, the odds and the loss from stopping, then decide. If we continue, the Crown funds part of it. The Maritime Guild prepays for future cargo space. We can't put it all on the Treasury. If we pay, can we demand? The best cargo space forever belongs to the Guild? Number. You're buying first use rights, not turning public routes into private property. Let us see the Royal Shipbuilding accounts too. It involves the Treasury and public benefit. Of course you can see them. It's fine if you don't understand it all. At least you'll know who spent more and why they did. It can't just be state affairs, don't ask. Some say shipwright overtime pay is too high. During the rush, they work an extra shift daily. Injuries are up too. Without compensation, everyone will leave. Rush work can't be normal. Set aside funds for shifts and rest. Better to be 2 weeks late than wear people out first. What if the ship still fails? Review responsibility by the process. Cover-ups and shoddy work mean accountability. If it fails despite following the rules, leave the lesson behind. You posted the Royal Projects accounts. Officials say it hurts our dignity. Dignity isn't, I spent it, don't ask. It's being able to answer when asked. After disclosure 3, merchants booked cargo space for the maiden voyage. Private citizens will share the risk. The ship office also cut 2 items. Decorations only meant to look good at the ceremony. That saved nearly 10,000 taels. Looks like being watched. Does make people spend more carefully. We also need a budget change threshold. The project team can approve small changes. Big additions need a new explanation. No using emergency to keep pouring in money. If this works, we can use it for dikes and granaries too. Try it with ships first. Don't roll it out nationwide all at once. 2 old lighthouses are in disrepair. The test ship nearly hit rocks at night. Holy cow! The big ship isn't even done, and we already can't see the way. Next, improve coastal navigation first, or even a big ship sails blind. Every fleet has its own reef maps. Sharing them means giving away their livelihood. That's why merchant ships wreck in the same waters every year. Public routes, lighthouses, and safe harbors should be shared. Private routes and trade info stay with each owner. Publish the basic maps. Keep your own ways of making money. You can't rely on others not knowing where. Ships will sink to stay competitive. What if a map is wrong? Who's responsible? Mark each map with date, surveyor, and confidence level. Mark new routes as needing review first. Don't turn guesses into truth. The Royal Fleet should release 30 years of accident records first. Don't make only private fleets open up. This reef bay gets heavy fog. Even bright lights won't reach far. Then add bells and shore markers. Don't rely on one signal for safety. If port signals all differ, sailors still can't remember them. Set basic rules. Use fixed patterns for main routes, reefs, and safe harbors. Add pictures to the charts. Even non-readers can learn. Who maintains them? Build them, then no one tends them. And they're broken again in a year. Set aside port taxes for upkeep. Publish the spending. Lighthouse keepers work shifts. Damage must be reported on time. Fishers know these waters best. They can be keepers too. Of course, train them before they start. Experience doesn't make anyone lesser. It must become rules others can carry on. We used to cross here at night by the captain's shout. Now even new sailors can understand. We still need long-term records on tides, winds, and supply points. A sea chart is never truly finished. Every ship returning to port must file a voyage report. Update it for new reefs, currents, or illnesses. Old captains live on experience. Won't they refuse to share? Once experience goes on public charts, captains still earn by judgment, command, and leadership. What's truly valuable isn't that only I know. It's seeing changes before others do. The keel has been joined. At this pace, final assembly will be done in a month. Holy cow. From a sheet of paper to a ship that holds a whole street. We'll finally see the finished ship soon. Next time, we won't test in a tank. We'll sail out for real. How much can this ship carry? 1.6 million gen of cargo, 120 crew, plus fresh water and quarantine holds. The maiden voyage loads only 60%. We must leave enough margin. This ship is called Seaward. I will command the fleet. Lin Shi will be chief navigator. The princess will board in person. What if there's danger? Because there is danger. I should go even more. In a storm, everyone follows Ling Xi's orders. No one may pull rank on him. As for matters aboard ship, the professionals come first. Daeong opens the seas. Daeong opens the seas. Store medicines in separate cabinets. Check the drinking water daily. Anyone with a high fever must be isolated immediately. Water is scarce at sea. We still need to wash the utensils. Keep drinking water separate from cleaning water. Rainwater can be collected too, but discard the first batch. Use colors to identify the hatches. Work in pairs on watch. No one enters the lower deck alone. Old sailors can manage by experience. Why so many rules? The rules aren't meant to stop old sailors. They're to keep the same mistakes from happening again. Continue drills for abandoning ship, fighting fires, and rescuing people overboard. Drill begins. Take your positions within 30 counts. The maiden voyage is tomorrow. We'll be back in 4 months. You're really not going with us? Oing and the guild are still in the capital. The route and contingency plans are ready. I'll stay. You just don't dare sail on a ship you redesigned. Oh my god, I just get seasick easily. The Firefly box from the A.A. Estate Armory was personally taken by the Deputy General, but he vanished tonight. Ao-ing pinned all the blame on him. Where would he run? Along the southern coastal ports. He may try to hijack a ship and flee the country. The open seas is passing Southport tomorrow. If he gets aboard, the maiden voyage will become a manhunt. Keep the public route unchanged. Secretly check everyone boarding. If he plans to escape, he'll probably blend in with the supply crew. Someone's boarding. Take him alive. The maiden voyage hasn't even started, and the smuggling business has. Let me off the ship, or I'll blow up the powder hold. There is no powder hold on this ship. Dangerous goods are sealed and stored separately. Destroying the ship kills the crew. You still want to escape? Alin forced me into this. The Blackstone Camp's 4 armies are paid from the city defense coffers and smuggled salt taxes. I have a ledger. It can save my life. Where is it? The old lighthouse at Southport. I'll only guarantee that you live long enough to face the Emperor. Put him in the isolation cabin. After collecting evidence at Southport, send him back to the capital. Continue the maiden voyage. Glass cups, soap, and gin. I want them all. What do you have to trade? This place produces pepper, aromatic timber, dyes, and pearls. We're short on ironware, cloth, and medicine. Verify all medicinal herbs. Keep spices dry and pest-free. The monsoon is about to shift. We should leave port early. We'll leave as soon as we finish loading tomorrow. We'll make 1 less trip's profit, but we can't delay our return. The cargo is valued at 97 times its net cost. Net profit is about 12 times the cost. It can fund military pay and river dikes. 30% for shipbuilding, 30% for port construction, 20% goes to the treasury, 10% rewards the crew, and 10% funds disaster relief. All overseas profits should belong to the court. Why should the court take it all? Without a fair share, who would still risk going to sea? Oh my god. The project makes money, and the team gets kicked out. The Southport ledger records the Blackstone Camp's private armies. Smuggled salt taxes and payments to 6 generals. Seal the chest and send it to the palace. No one is to touch it. General Cao's testimony isn't enough to trust. There's also the port's receipt, bank transfers, and your personal seal, General. The ship brought back more than spices. It also brought proof of your crimes. Invest 10 taels. And when the next ship returns, you'll have at least 100 taels. Mr. Wei nearly made 100-fold profit on the maiden voyage. I'm thinking of mortgaging the family home. I'll invest it all in maritime trade. Don't mortgage it yet. A high first voyage cargo value doesn't mean 100-fold net profit. And it certainly doesn't mean every voyage will pay. Storms, damaged cargo, ship repairs, and port taxes can all cause losses. You make money yourself, but you won't let ordinary people get rich. They can invest, but who promised a guaranteed 10-fold return? Put up your own 10-fold investment as a guarantee first. Many people borrowed at high interest to buy so-called ship shares. Fake contracts have already appeared. It's the same scam the gambling houses used. From now on, every merchant ship must disclose its owners, its route, cargo limit, and past records. Fundraising must state the worst possible loss. If the risks sound too scary, who would dare invest? Anyone unwilling to face the risks shouldn't stake their entire fortune on a ship. No one may use their home or emergency savings as high-risk collateral. If ordinary people want to participate, they may buy only small shares. And the books must be open for inspection at all times. If the ship sinks, does that mean we get nothing back? First, establish a maritime mutual aid fund. Each ship pays a small fee based on its cargo value. In a genuine maritime disaster, the fund covers rescue and basic compensation, but it won't cover illegal overloading or concealed routes. Isn't that just making everyone pay for an unlucky ship owner? Yes, provided everyone follows the rules together and investigates accidents together. 37 get-rich-quick clubs in the southern seas. 29 was shut down today. We also caught a batch of people using fake contracts. The rest are fleeing to the outer regions. They prey on people who've never seen the open seas. Print the maiden voyage's actual profits, costs, and risks on notices. Distribute them along the trade routes. Don't just advertise riches. Advertise the possibility of losses too. Won't that discourage maritime trade? Uncontrolled heat will burn down the whole industry. Some are even using supposedly reserved royal routes to scam people. They claim 50 taels will get you an early spot on a ship. I've checked. The list is fake. From now on, official voyages will be posted simultaneously at the Merchants Guild and the port. Any other verbal promise is invalid. Post the fake list too. Let everyone see the scam for what it is. Oh my God. When a project starts making money, the first step isn't celebrating. It's stopping everyone from thinking they'll get rich tomorrow. A newly joined southbound merchant ship vanished in a storm. It carried 60 crew members and cargo from 3 merchants. We may need to use the mutual aid fund's first payment very soon. The ship's been missing for 3 days. Will the mutual aid fund pay or not? My cargo is worth 20,000 taels. If we pay it all, the fund will be empty. Handle it in 3 tiers. Rescue, family's living costs, and cargo losses. Rescue comes first. Cargo is paid by declared value and share of fault. Pay family's living expenses during the rescue. Settle the rest when the results are in. We can't make people wait until they can't eat. 2 fast boats are searching along its last route. What if the owner secretly overloaded it? Check the manifest, draft logs, and port seals. Whoever hid it bears more responsibility. Those who follow the rules shouldn't pay for it. The owner loaded dozens more crates of porcelain before departure. They blocked the drainage channels. The captain objected, but he was forced to sail anyway. Treat the wounds first. Record statements separately. Keep them from coordinating stories. The ship's ledgers were soaked through, but the port copies remain. The family cargo wasn't declared. The captain's last order was to ditch cargo and save lives. He was the last to leave. Put that on the record too. Those responsible must answer for it. But we can't erase his credit for saving lives. The main cause was illegal extra cargo and delaying shelter from the storm. The mutual aid fund pays crew families and compliant cargo owners. The ship owner bears losses from violations. I'll go bankrupt if I pay it all. Bankruptcy doesn't mean no liability. You can repay in installments. We won't leave your whole family on the street, but you can't dump the losses on others. Can captains refuse an owner's forced departure from now on? Put it in the maritime code. When there's a safety risk, the chief navigator may halt departure. No one may force them otherwise. If crew refuse dangerous orders, will that count as abandoning work? If they report it by procedure and have records from at least 2 people, their pay cannot be docked. Slacking off is another matter. Don't confuse it with safety concerns. Release an anonymous version of the accident report. Let other fleets learn from it. King Jinghai saw huge profits in sea trade. He's imposed new taxes on passing wagons and merchant ships docking at port. If they refuse to pay, he seizes their goods. Holy crap. We just set risk rules at sea. And now someone's skimming profits on land. Fine, let's get the facts first. Then we'll negotiate in Nanjing. King Jinghai has ordered a 20-tael tax on every civilian and merchant caravan wagon. He wants to force us to admit the southern trade route belongs to his palace. Verify the losses first. Then find out what the palace needs most. The south lacks grain, iron goods, and medicine. The palace trades sea salt and tea for silver. Suspend non-essential goods. Keep supplying medicine and life-saving grain. Don't use the people as pawns. If they don't pay the added tax, all their wagons will be seized. These are fever medicines for 3 counties. Who'll be responsible if they're delayed? The prince has ordered it. All cargo is treated the same. Please state the time, quantity, and purpose in writing. Stamp it with the palace seal. I'll post it publicly in the capital. You dare threaten the royal palace? I want proof. Without proof, it's robbery. The counties are out of medicine. Why are you still holding it? The Wei Ming Chamber of Commerce deliberately cut off supplies. Everyone, see this clearly. Drug prices haven't risen. The goods have arrived too. The checkpoint won't let them through. The capital has stopped buying banquet liquor, glassware, and silk. Salt merchants won't extend credit either. The banks raised interest rates again. If this drags on another 10 days, the sea salt won't sell. And even military pay will run out. The general is willing to help. Your Highness only needs to close the southern trade route. After the coup succeeds, you'll get 30% of sea trade profits. Can Old Li really win? The emperor is young. Many imperial guards owe the general favors. No matter how well Wei Ming does business, he can't stop an army. King Jinghai's alliance with Ethelling is confirmed, but there's no written proof. I'll go south and ask if he plans to rebel. Give him a way out first. Cancel the private tax and return the goods. The chamber resumes trade. Port profits are shared by the rules. If he refuses, freeze credit for the palace's luxury goods. Reroute sea salt through Lingang. And support local merchants to bypass the monopoly. That'll cut off the palace's revenue. Only the palace's revenue, not the people's. Holy crap. He's using the trade route as a knife. Then let's pull the handle first. King Jinghai has detained Zhao San.
He demands Wei Ming come to Nanjing within 10 days.
Otherwise, he'll be charged with aiding the enemy. Fine. He wants to see me, so I'll go. Perfect. I'll calculate his losses for every day he closes the route. Why doesn't a merchant kneel before me? I represent the Bureau of Industry and the Chamber of Commerce. I'll give due respect, but settle accounts standing up. You cut off my supplies, incited the people, and still dare talk accounts. Your Highness seized 30 caravans and imposed private taxes. We only halted non-essential trade. Losses over 7 days total, at least 120,000 taels. Nonsense. Port prices, bank interest rates, and warehouse stock can all be checked. 2 crates of medicine spoiled. The people of 3 counties are still waiting for it. Uncle, joining forces with Ao Ling. Are you plotting rebellion? Or threatening the court? Your Highness, don't listen to his alarmist lies. The general will compensate you after he succeeds. The state is out of silver. He's promising you a treasury he'll steal in the future. He's treating guests with someone else's chicken. What's your plan? Cancel the private tax. Return the goods and Zhao San. Set 1 standard port tax. The palace gets its lawful share. The chamber will build grain and medicine warehouses. Hire local people. Bring sea salt into nationwide trade routes. Why should I trust you? 3 parties will keep records. If Uncle keeps his word, I guarantee the court won't reduce your fief. Once you sign, the general won't spare you. Seize this envoy for inciting rebellion. I'm canceling the tax for the southern people's sake. The credit goes to your highness. The benefit goes to the people. What about the spoiled medicine? The palace will pay full market value. The tax official will be dismissed and investigated. Yes. Ling has 5,000 private troops. They're also waiting for Han Lai to return to the capital. Han Lai? He commands 30,000 border troops. Ling has detained his family and forged an imperial edict to force him to rebel. Holy crap. The Jingji blockade was just lifted, and now they're using families to control the army. Ling is purging everyone who knows. Han Lai's family will be moved to Blackstone Camp in 7 days. The princess stays in the south. See Chu-Ling watch the convoy. I'll return to the capital and save them.
Take away Ling's last card.
King Jinghai has sided with the emperor. The southern trade route is restored. Fujiang's ledger has also fallen into Wei Ming's hands. Useless fool. You couldn't beat one merchant? If General Han learns his family is detained, he may not comply. Move his wife and children to Blackstone Camp. Forge a secret edict to force Han Lai to surrender command. If he defies the edict, force him to rebel. If he yields command, we take over the border troops. Move up the coup. Strike on the night of the palace banquet. Kill Wei Ming first. Then depose Zhuancheng. Wei Ming is heavily guarded. Then throw the chamber into chaos first. Stir up trouble over grain stores and cargo notes. Spread rumors of a run. Keep him too busy for the palace. Split into 2 rescue teams. Cut the axle first. Don't spook the horses. You stay behind. I need Madame Han to know. We're not kidnappers. Someone's hijacking the prison convoy and killing. Madame Han, we're here under His Majesty's secret order to save you. General Han's letter seal can prove it. The general's letter says His Majesty plans to wipe out the Han family. The letter is fake. The imperial decree never stripped his command. Ling wants to force Han Lai to lead troops into the capital. I can testify, but I must see His Majesty first. Ali used my son to threaten me. He wants my husband to bring troops to the capital outskirts within 15 days. I'll write a letter to expose the scheme. Send someone to the northwest at once. Grant Han Lai full discretion. Only 7 days remain until the palace banquet. A fast horse may not make it in time. Send the signal and Madame Han's handwritten letter by carrier pigeon first. Then send the imperial decree by fast horse. 2 routes to confirm each other. Ling has moved the coup up to the night of the palace banquet. Spread word that Madame Han is still under escort to stall him. Change the city gate guards. 2 of the 6 captains still serve Ling. Have them guard the outer gate. Put our men at the inner gate. If they're split up, they can only open the first gate. Close the net at the palace banquet. The East Grain Depot is on fire. Word is the trade vouchers are void. There have already been 3 runs. Holy crap. See you, Ling Crafts. I'm going back to the guild. Stabilize the market in 5 days. Dig up the coup list. Only 1 corner of the grain depot burned, but rumors say it's all gone. Stocks are nearly empty. Open the grain depot. Announce a loss of 300 bushels. The reserve depot has 8,000 bushels. Someone is cashing in vouchers with the same serial number. Even the fake vouchers have the hidden watermark. Pause serial checks at all sites. Honor real vouchers as usual. Register fake vouchers. Don't arrest the holders. There was phosphorus powder at the arson site. It ignites in the wind. It was bought in advance. Redeem vouchers at our door by Kixi. Put our reputation on the line. What about the grain exchange? Royal grain arrives tomorrow. Prince Jinghai will lend another 2,000 bushels. The more Ao Ling spreads rumors, the more open we should be. The inner lock at the southeast gate has been changed. The firearms battalion is hidden in the west corridor. The Imperial Guard is split into 3 teams. The Qingyun Society guards the outer city. All 7 signal stations are watched. The Navy seals the river. Warships can't enter the inner city. On the night of the palace banquet, Ling's men will pretend to attend. Weapons are hidden in gift chests. All the officials will be there. A melee will mean casualties. Search the chests early. Search too hard and he'll back off. Set up 2 inspections. Keep the outer one as usual. At the inner one, swap out the real weapons. Replace them with wooden swords. The fake vouchers came from the Ao family's bank. The arsonist named the cashier. Without Ao Lin's written order, he'll just split it into reassigning guards and moving weapons. We need to link the times and the people. 7 relay points. 5 use the same signal. 2 are still missing. We can't get into the Ao estate's inner court or Blackstone Camp's command tent. The Deputy General's ledger used silver blood reagent. Alim may use it too. Can we make blood writing fluid? Yes, but it may not work on every paper. Don't steal the originals. Intercept scrap paper or remove the seals. Tomorrow is the palace banquet. Get the proof tonight. See Yu Ling enters the Ao estate. I'll go to the edge of Blackstone Camp. Don't act alone. You can't fight. You'll only hold us back. I'm not entering the camp. I'll bring a caravan and pretend to deliver grain to the wrong place. Force them to open the gate. Be careful. Don't risk your life again. Don't worry. Holy crap. The net is set. Now we wait for the big fish to jump in. Your Majesty, rebel troops are outside the city. I request command of the palace gates to protect your Majesty. The Ministry of War has no urgent report. How did you know? The military situation is urgent. Please hand over the Imperial Guard tally. Holy crap. We don't even know if there's trouble outside. And he already wants the tally. He sure knows this protect the Emperor trick. You fiend. How dare you speak? Set that aside for now. Look at the weapons in the gift chests. Why are they all wood? You brought weapons into the palace. What are you planning? Since your Majesty won't abdicate, I must choose a new ruler. Didn't the captain say the inner and outer gates lock together? He's in the imperial prison now. Drop your weapons. You may be spared death. The commander-in-chief ordered it. Anyone who breaks into the palace gets 100 gold. The treasury is sealed. You won't get it. They said the emperor would kill the border troops. Han Lai has returned to camp by imperial order. The court is purging the border troops. Ling is using you as scapegoats. Retreat and die. Keep ramming the gate. The firearms battalion will only form a shield wall. Leave them a way to surrender. Group them by the list. Let the old men go first. Have those who know the routes lead. Don't block the exit. The main hall is blocked. Use the back kitchen's waterway. Bai Ming, you plan for everything, but not the late emperor's secret passage. Holy crap. Old problems really are the deadliest. Kill the emperor and become a marquis. You all heard that, right? That speaks louder than any ledger. First row, aim at the ground. Drop your weapons and move left. You'll be dealt with lightly. Charge again, and we'll shoot your legs. He won't dare kill us. So this is the firearms battalion you hid. What I hid was its position. A trump card shown early isn't a trump card. Han Lai is ordered to arrest the traitor. Ling forged an imperial decree and detained his family. The evidence is conclusive. General Han never rebelled. You've been fooled. Drop your weapons. Those who harmed no civilians return to camp and await trial. Will our families be punished too? Only you will answer for it. Your families won't be implicated. Register at the white flag. Treat the wounded first. I'll kill the first one who surrenders. Then we'll arrest you first. Don't chase them into civilian alleys. Block the roads, call names, and treat the wounded. The King Yun Society only saves lives. We don't claim military credit. The fuse is damp. Cut the main line first. There are branch lines too. Use corpses to smother the fire. Fall back behind the dirt wall. You dare come in? I'll drag you down with me. The outside troops have surrendered. You have nowhere to go. I've commanded troops for 20 years. How could I lose to you? You lost to the men whose pay you withheld. whose goods you seized and whose families you threatened. Holy crap. The gap is huge, alright. It's not the weapons. It's that you think everyone must obey you. Arrest me, and half the court will still rebel. Then we'll investigate them one by one. From tonight on, Great Yong no longer answers to you. Adeline privately raised 5,300 troops, embezzled 470,000 taels in city defense taxes, forged an imperial edict, ordered assassinations, 126 counts of arson and mutiny. Ledgers can be forged. Witnesses can be bought by Wyming. Records from 6 banks. 9 warehouse receipts. Statements from 37 officers can all be forged. Even yielding the throne at the palace feast was said by someone else for you. I guarded the border for 20 years. Without me, the North would have fallen long ago. Merit at the border doesn't erase treason. War merits earn relief. Crimes are judged by law. Winners are kings. Losers, outlaws. Why fake benevolence? This isn't about winners and losers. If there's proof, own it. Alin, the ringleader, is sentenced to death. Core accomplices will be punished by their crimes. Those coerced who harmed no civilians will be registered and sent home. The rebel army must all be killed. Kill all 5,000? Their families number tens of thousands. The border will be left vulnerable too. The ringleaders committed grave treason. Only grating accomplices can stop the chaos. 70% of the soldiers knew nothing. They thought they were ordered to protect the emperor. Unmanners seized assets should fund the army, pay troops, compensate merchants, and rebuild homes. Approved. No private shares. Post the accounts publicly. Wyming deserves the greatest credit. He should be made a marquis and prime minister. The word prime minister gives me a headache. Treat the wounded and repair the granaries first. That's more important than rewarding me. Take this estate as your hero's residence. No, turn it into aid for military families and a trade school. The underground vault has medicine and gunpowder materials. They must be sorted and handled. 40 people were rescued from the secret prison. Tax clerks, merchants, and missing officers. Check their injuries and register them. Protect those willing to testify. Don't force those who won't come forward. Don't let rumors make things up. You're an old leader now. No one will bully us anymore, right? The bad guys are gone. Rules don't grow on their own. Accounts can be audited. Officials can be replaced. It only works if people can appeal. Now that the emperor holds power, can he still tolerate someone as rich as a nation? Oh my God. Still stirring trouble from the prison cart. We'll see about that later. But today, you can't treat the realm like your own treasury. His Majesty summons Wyming to the palace to discuss the first reform after taking full rule. Alain is gone, but if all 6 ministries are replaced after years of control, the court will collapse. Don't replace people based on factions. Arrest traitors. Investigate proven corruption. Watch those who went along with it. If reforms only divide people, they'll create new factions. Appeals and review, with public grounds, must go together. Key posts need deputies in rotation. Documents, money, and warehouses can't rest with one person. Judge performance by real spending and public opinion. The same principle applies. The greater the power, the less you can rely on character alone. Restore local reports to the throne. Create a review office to audit cross-ministry accounts and major projects. Split military power among the Privy Council, War Ministry, and camps. Divide the Tiger tally into 3. Keep 3 separate treasuries. They may not be used interchangeably. The system has never been this divided. Won't that hurt loyalty? Ling kept talking about loyalty too. I want loyalty that can be verified. The review office has too much power. Won't it become another AO Lin? The review office only investigates, not judges. Its findings go to the Supreme Court and censorate. Members rotate every 6 months. Relatives in business must disclose it. Try it for 1 year first. Publish results and problems every quarter. If it doesn't work, change it. Your Majesty admits reforms can be wrong. If it's wrong, fix it. Better than forcing it through. That's called iteration. You're saying weird things again. Sitting in court today. I finally feel the throne is mine. Don't relax yet. Finance, local rule, education, and the military are all minefields. With you here, I feel at ease. You can always rely on me. The system must work even without whining. You want to leave? Not for now. Just don't turn me into a 24/7 help desk. No official title. No royal reward either. What do you want? Make money, see the sea, help workers get cheated less, and sleep through the night. That's all. Oh my God. For office drones. That's the ultimate dream. Your Majesty, the 3 northern provinces request tax cuts. Old taxes have piled up layer by layer. The people can't afford spring planting. The first reform has barely begun. And the second problem is here. The mutiny settled who holds power. Tax reform settles why people. We'll let the court keep ruling. Abolish all 27 taxes in the 3 northern provinces. How will the government function? Once there's a main tax, there will be extra levies. Bridge repairs, horse feed, and welcoming officials all come from farmland. The problem is random taxes and tax evasion. Merge the 27 into land, business, and franchise taxes. Ban all the rest. Tax by acreage. What about disaster years? Automatic cuts when droughts or floods hit the threshold. What if local officials lie? The review office checks land and grain prices. Every region differs. How can one rule fit all? Set base rates and adjustment ranges. Anything beyond them needs a hearing and treasury approval. Tax slips must list the item and where it goes. Collect all old debts? The people can't pay, but waiving all of it isn't fair. Forgive disaster debts. Recover taxes on hidden land held by the powerful. Let small households pay in installments. For those who pay on time. Offer summer credits. Abolish surcharges. What will clerks eat? Put salaries in the budget. Pay them a fixed wage. Any more illegal fees are a crime, so we only pay what's on the slip. County offices must post daily income and spending. What if officials alter the books? Each village elects 5 literate representatives to audit them. Guilds and the review office conduct random audits. The people can audit too. Money that concerns them. Why can't they ask about it? After a 3-month trial, the burden fell 30%. Tax filers rose 40%. Treasury revenue actually increased. Tax rates fell, but revenue rose. People used to hide from random taxes, not reporting land or doing business. With clear rules, doing business pays better. Spring planting rose 20%. We also found 80,000 hidden acres held by the powerful. Roll it out nationwide. Choose frontline pilot areas first. Review results after 3 months. Then adjust for north and south. You always say pilot and review. That doesn't sound like governing. Oh my God. The worst thing is rolling it out nationwide on a whim. Find problems on a small scale first. The cost is lowest. Applications to build workshops have surged, but skilled workers are scarce. 2 merchants have already visited privately. Industry is expanding too fast. That can cause chaos too. Next, build training, inspection, and business regulations first. The Industrial Revolution can't be sped up with human lives. 3 injury accidents occurred at East Prefecture's new glassworks. Local officials still approved expansion because it pays 20,000 taels in taxes a month. The apprentices were just careless. Now the line is shut down and hundreds have no pay. The taxes are gone too. All 3 accidents happened in the same step. So it wasn't just 3 people having bad luck. The process is flawed. Shut down the dangerous step first. Keep the safe areas running. The workshop pays the injured workers' medical bills and lost wages first. Then sort out who's responsible. Just like that, I lose 1,000 taels a day. Holy crap. 1,000 taels a day or a life you still need to do the math. We told you there wasn't enough protective gear. The manager told us to keep using the old stuff. Said new gear cost too much. Why didn't he report it? He reported it twice and got marked for slowing production. Who dare speak up a 3rd time? The problem isn't just the gear. It's that telling the truth gets you punished. Major safety hazards can be reported over a supervisor's head. Whistleblowers can't be docked pay or fired for it. Start every shift with a checklist. Stop if equipment acts up. Production targets can't override safety limits. What if local officials pressure workshops to stay open over tax revenue? Accident costs count toward local evaluations too. You can't just look at taxes collected and ignore how many people got hurt. Shut down for 3 days. 11 management gaps were found. Once corrections are done, production may resume in stages. What worries us most is going back to the old metrics after reopening. Today, it's all about safety. At month's end, it's all about output. Then include accident rates, shutdowns, hazards, and training completion in the evaluation. Don't just focus on units shipped. I'll upgrade the equipment and give the injured long-term compensation. But workers can't just stop work whenever they want. We don't want to stop either. Every day off means less pay. So the right to stop work applies only to clear dangers. The reason must be logged. Someone must sign off before restarting too. Put rights and duties in writing together. The Industrial Academy will add safety assessments. Managers who fail can't lead a shift. Applications to build new workshops nationwide have doubled again. But many master craftsmen refuse to take apprentices. They fear training apprentices will put masters out of work. Production lines can be fixed. A talent gap is even harder to deal with. Next, we must settle whether skills should be taught at all. I entered the workshop at 16. It took 10 years of scolding to learn the whole trade. Now you want me to write down all my tricks. An apprentice can learn it in 2 years. How will I make a living then? If masters won't teach, we'll always just haul materials and do odd jobs. Even if the shop expands, no one will train us. You can't retire by hoarding trade secrets. Turn basic techniques into textbooks. Masters get paid for teaching, mentoring, and improving. The better they teach, the faster apprentices surpass them, and the more they can earn, as long as they truly teach and test, not take mentoring pay. Then make people serve tea for 3 years. Memorizing chants doesn't count as passing. They must be able to work on their own and explain the risks. This apprentice has a steady hand, but when something goes wrong, he only follows the book. Don't put him on the main line yet. I scored 80. Isn't that enough? Jobs aren't based on total score alone. One mistake on a key safety item means more training. Don't turn tests into a point-grinding game. This handle redesign is pretty good. It's easier on the wrist. I just did what you taught me. Let's call it a joint improvement. After the first master stipends went out, the number of masters willing to train tripled. Apprentices can earn certifications across workshops. They're no longer tied to one employer for life. What if all the talent gets poached with high pay? What happens to small workshops? Let workers move. But training contracts must be fair. They can set a reasonable service term after training. But you can't bind someone for 10 years. What about a master's unique improvements? Basics are public. Truly original improvements can be registered and earn dividends for years. After that, they go into public textbooks. What if 2 workshops both claim they thought of it first? Check records, samples, and witnesses, not who has higher status. The registration system must allow appeals too. So industries can't steal credit for others' work. Whoever creates it profits. But public safety methods can't be used to choke others off. Reward innovation, but don't lock knowledge away forever. The 3 systems training, safety, and authorization are ready. Nationwide expansion can begin in stages. Holy crap! This time, we didn't open first and make rules later. At least we've filled half the holes first. The Academy has 5 departments: chemicals, textiles, glass, machinery, and medical care. Learn safety first, then enter the workshop. Skills are open. No fear of others stealing them. Basics are public. Improvements earn dividends. Masters earn high pay through teaching and research. Can women apply to the machinery department? If they pass the test, yes. If they're not strong enough, use pulleys. Don't make blanket rules by gender. Where will the money come from? Industry, chambers of commerce, and the court will share the cost. Graduates can choose their own jobs. They can leave once trained. Employers won't lose out. Keep people with better treatment, not contracts that trap them. The new loom triples output. I plan to run workers in shifts day and night. Number 2 shifts, with extra pay for nights. Shut down daily for inspections. Now one person runs 2 machines. But pay hasn't gone up. The owner can't take all the gains. Give bonuses based on output and skill. If machines injure workers, the workshop pays medical bills and lost wages. Machine guards and emergency stop bars. Firefighting water tanks. Missing anyone means corrections. If every place gets inspected like this, how can I compete? Same minimum standard. Compete on management and quality. Don't save money with lives. 1,200 new workshops opened in 6 months. Over 100,000 new jobs. Tax revenues surged. 5 ocean-going ships have been built on the coast. A second route to Southeast Asia will open soon. Foreign nations are offering high prices for our weapons and shipbuilding technology. Core military technology is banned from sale. Civilian technology can be traded under treaties. Don't ban it all or sell it all. Textiles, medicine, and farming can cooperate. Weapons and key ship hulls are restricted. Slag goes into the river and harms people downstream. Build recovery ponds. Reuse waste. Build pollution costs into the product price. Don't let the people suffer. This is the Industrial Revolution. Holy crap. Machines are only the start. The real revolution is changing technology, rules, and human worth together. Your Majesty, delegations from 6 overseas nations have arrived in the capital. They asked to negotiate trade treaties with the court. They can't sit still anymore. The next battle isn't about selling goods. It's about negotiating rules. If we fail, trade could turn into war. Yuhai offers gold for Daeong firearms and shipbuilding plans. Civilian ships are negotiable. Warships and firearms are not for sale. If you won't share the technology, why invite all nations to trade? Trade doesn't mean exposing our secrets. Daeong sells cloth, medicine, glass, and farm tools. We also buy spices, minerals, and grain seeds. Only mutual benefit lasts. If Daeong merchant ships enter our ports, our king sets the tariff. Then, if your merchant ships enter Daeong, will you accept tariff hikes anytime? A treaty must be equal. Set the tariff rates in writing. Give advance notice of changes. Disputes go to joint merchant official arbitration. A mere merchant dares set rules for 2 nations? He represents the Royal Industries Bureau. I represent the Daeong royal family. I've heard Mr. Wei can spot a fake. Why not try Yuhai's divine wine? Something smells off in the wine. Daeong's honored guest dares not drink. That won't provoke me. Everything served at a state banquet is tested first. The wine jug's seal was replaced. I didn't poison it. Save him first. Don't rush to arrest the envoy. If the killer wants to stir conflict, they most want us to turn on each other now. There's a Court of Diplomatic Affairs warehouse number on the bottom. The person who switched it was an insider. He took money from the old ministers. He wanted to poison Wyoming and frame the Sea Kingdom. They said if trade talks fail, the old nobles can keep their salt and iron business. You have infighting at court. Why put the delegation at risk? Daeong bears responsibility. This case will be tried publicly. We'll compensate the shaken delegation and add joint inspections. We'll never hide infighting, then shift blame. If Yuhai is willing to keep talking, we can add joint inspections and envoy safety to the treaty. You never suspected me? I did, but the evidence didn't support it. Judgment can't depend on whether I like you. The 6 nations' documents are sealed. Daeong's first overseas trade offices are officially established. Oh my god. On day 1, international business nearly became international murder. Drink less in the future. Sign more contracts. The hired killer who saved the minister was just a front. Behind him are martial sects and Salt and Iron clans. They're using the court's betrayal to stir up the martial world. The court calls for peace today, but tomorrow it may use the roster to crush us. Sects gathering with weapons should be regulated if we start by accusing each other. There's no point in talking. First, separate 3 things. Martial arts, escort firms, medicine, and teaching are legitimate trades. Robbery, kidnapping, and vigilante justice are crimes. If the court raids without proof and seizes property, that's wrong too. Who decides? Is it still just the government's word? Set up a martial affairs council. Officials, sects, and citizens each send representatives. Criminal cases go to the Supreme Court. Industry disputes go to mediation first. The findings and evidence are public. Why should the court let martial artists join? If a local official deliberately impounds escort goods, can the council investigate officials too? Wherever the evidence leads, that's where accountability goes. Martial artists can't judge themselves either. When sect disciples enter town carrying blades, how can people feel safe? Blades can be registered and sealed in sheaths. They can't be drawn in designated areas. Guards need weapons to protect cargo. We can't ban them all. Soldiers carry blades too. Why target only us? Soldiers have military discipline. Ah Ling's troops had discipline too. Yet they rebelled in the end. Status is not a free pass. Goods change hands in two places. Who pays if something goes wrong? At handoff, count, sign, seal, and stamp. If goods vanish on one leg, investigate that leg. The Azure Cloud Society will register its roadside posts with the government. Only public contact stations will be registered. We won't disclose members' privacy. Cooperation doesn't mean being swallowed up. I abolish the sect guilt by association order. No one may be punished for their sect without a crime. Legal escort firms, clinics, and martial schools may register to operate. The martial world is unruly. If we legitimize it, we may never get rid of it. There have been traitors at court too. Should we abolish all officials for that? Rules target conduct, not one's background. Investigate whoever commits a crime. Don't wipe them all out. The Azure Cloud Society will help clear out river pirates and kidnappers. But loot, bounties, and death benefits must follow the contract. Approved. Set up another appeal channel. Local officials may not use registration for extortion. Starting today, the Azure Cloud Society protects Daeong's trade routes. And these new rules. Oh my god. The court and martial world finally stopped treating each other like monsters. Rules can stop chaos for a while. For lasting order under heaven, we must begin with education. Next, we'll open modern schools. But let's be clear, don't turn every child into an exam machine. Schools should teach classics, history, rights, and law. How can they teach math, physics, business, and agriculture? Classics and history teach reason. Math prevents accounting scams. Agriculture raises yields. Medicine saves lives. None can be left out. Children must work in the day. How can they study all day? Set up morning, noon, and night classes. Basic classes are tuition-free. Poor students can get meals, paper, and pens. What use is this for girls? I want to study medicine, to treat my mother. Admission depends on ability, not gender. Boys and girls in the same class. Violates propriety. Young children can study together. Older ones will be separated. The curriculum is the same. Propriety can remain, but opportunities can't be cut. A stone two people can't pull, can be pulled by one with a pulley. That's not magic. Learning isn't memorizing answers. It's being able to explain and repeat it. Playing with water and wood counts as class? First, make a guess, then test it. Finally, record it. It sticks better than rote conclusions. Will we be punished if an experiment fails? Not if you don't fake it or take reckless risks. No punishment. Explain why and you get extra credit. Wouldn't that make students unafraid of mistakes? We want them to admit mistakes. The most dangerous thing is knowing you're wrong, but pretending you're right. So my family has been cheated buying rice for years. The first class admits 800 students. 60% are from poor families. 30% are girls. If everyone studies, who will farm and work? Studying doesn't mean everyone becomes an official. Farmers learn irrigation. Craftsmen learn surveying. Merchants learn contracts. Every trade can improve. If the poor learn to read, they may get dangerous ideas. Reading lets them check tax bills, file suits, and read notices. These so-called dangerous ideas. Do you mean not wanting to be fooled anymore? Can I enter the Royal Industries Academy? Pass the test, and you can. We won't ask who your father is. Exams will also include practical work, oral tests, and team projects. What's a project? Oh my god. It's when several people solve a real problem together. It's not about who memorizes fastest. After new taxes, schools, and workshops were introduced, grain prices fell in 12 provinces. Jobs increased. The people want to honor your majesty with a 10,000 people umbrella. A 10,000 people umbrella? No need for an umbrella. Save the money to fix school roofs. Ming Workshop pays me 8 taels a month, but Dongcheng's biggest firm offers 12. Can I go there? You received a tuition-free education. You should first serve the Royal Industries Bureau. Free tuition isn't an indenture. Public funds educate more people for society, not to lock students to one employer. Then I'll pay top dollar. I'll hire all the top 10. You can compete. But students can't be pressured into signing long contracts they don't understand. And no withholding certificates over alleged tuition debt. These kids are young. What if high pay tricks them? Every first long-term contract must go through a notary. Pay, term, and penalties must be written in plain English. Students and parents can take them home for 3 days. I'll take the top 20 in mechanical engineering. Don't focus only on the capital. Our Shuixiu County also needs surveyors. We offer housing and land allowances. I want to work at a border state clinic, but my family thinks it's too far. The openings are public and safety information is clear. Choose your own pay and housing. Women can apply to work out of state too. Shared housing and regular letters home. What if I find it's not a good fit after a year? Can I switch careers? Technical certificates are valid nationwide. You can retrain. Your first job isn't a life sentence. People can leave whenever they want. How can employers build loyalty? With good pay, growth, and respect. Not by locking the door. What if 2 companies want me? Can I try one for a month first? Yes, but the trial period must be paid. Don't call free labor an opportunity. Did you get burned by that before, Brother Wei? Oh man, just hearing intern gives me a reflex. 70% of the first vocational class has found jobs. Applications from the border states also beat expectations. But some elite families are complaining. They say poor kids forget their place after getting an education. Farmers' children don't want to return to the villages. Then make village jobs worth returning to. Agricultural cooperatives, survey work, and village doctors. They all need educated people. You can't just appeal to sentiment. Towns and local offices have posted salaries and openings for professionals. Hiring is based on merit, not family background. After the new machines were introduced, 3 old workshops in the capital laid off nearly 100 artisans. People took signs into the streets saying, "New schools teach machines and destroy people's livelihoods." Oh man, the new workers just graduated, and others are already losing jobs to technology. If we don't deal with this, even the prosperity numbers will hurt people. One new loom does the work of 3 people. We've done this for 20 years, and now we're just discarded? The machines aren't our fault. Without them, outside firms will take our orders anyway. You young people learn fast. What are we supposed to do? First, record the layoff list, years of service, and family burdens. We can't subsidize machines on one hand. And tell the people they replace to fend for themselves. Order prices have been squeezed hard. If we don't cut staff, we lose money. You can reassign workers, but give advance notice. And pay all compensation owed. Anyone willing to transfer gets free training. And basic living support during training. I'm 50, what can I still learn? You can inspect fabric and repair shuttles. That experience is useful with the new machines too. Not everyone has to operate the new machines. Some can inspect, repair, train apprentices, manage storage, or patrol for safety. My eyes aren't as good as a young person's. I can't do fine work anymore. But you can hear a machine and know what's wrong. None of us can do that. Then become a fault diagnostician. First, turn your experience into a checklist. Then teach others. Those jobs need to be paid too. That drives costs up again. 1 day of downtime. Plus mass rework and injury costs is even worse. Experience has always created value. It just wasn't counted separately before. So I wasn't replaced by a machine. I just need a new role. But some people won't learn the new jobs. Then we have to face reality. Reassign those who can transfer. For those who can't, provide fair compensation and time to find new work. Don't use technological progress to shove people over the edge. Within 3 months, of the more than 700 workers affected by the machines, 60% had transferred jobs. 20% entered other industries. A little over 10% still lacked stable work. The new system can't catch everyone. Training must connect to real jobs. We can't make the numbers look good by tossing people into random classes and calling it employment. The protests in the streets have died down. But now people are saying Wyoming deliberately created unemployment to win public support. Let them talk. The accounts and lists will still be public. The machines, schools, and guilds all depend on Wyoming. Since they can't find a major flaw in the system, they'll target him instead. If they can make people believe, all that money went straight into his pockets. The higher he stands, the harder he'll fall. Oh man, why does this suddenly feel like someone's trying to short me? After standardizing the weights, no one dared cheat customers again, and bills could be redeemed across cities. We cut this year's disaster tax. My family joined a workshop making tools and earned 30 more taels. School taught me bookkeeping and found errors in the interest on an old loan. So the bank returned the silver. Brother Wei, more people on the street know you than know the emperor. Watch your mouth, or you'll lose your head. Life improved because everyone worked together. Mr. Wei, take this. I'll keep one and sell the rest. I can't let you lose money. This year's treasury revenue rose by 50%. Private lending rates fell, and arrests went down too. 2 irrigation tools and disaster alerts now cover 16 provinces. Can the world keep changing for the better like this? Won't the workshops have too much capacity once droughts end? Jobs will still be eliminated. The key is to monitor early and arrange new jobs. You always look for problems in good news. The prettier the numbers, the more I worry about hidden risks. Land and workshops are concentrating in the hands of big merchants. Small households could fall back into poverty. Set up antitrust reviews to prevent official business collusion and promote cooperatives, so small households can buy, sell, and share equipment together. Wyoming has won over the people through these reforms. Then what use are all the officials? The new Chamber of Commerce broke old customs. We lose hundreds of thousands of taels every year. Poor students can enter school, and women can receive an education. Even ancestral laws and rights have been changed. Look what happened to old Lee. Fighting back will only get us killed. We don't need to oppose the reforms. We only need to prove Wyoming embezzled money. I'll forge the books and pin the Southern Territory's losses on Ming trading. Then stir up the students and craftsmen, and claim the new learning harms people, and machines steal their jobs. What if the forgery is discovered? The people praise him today, but they could smash his sign tomorrow. Where are you going? To dump the night waste. The night bucket's behind you. Grab him. Oh my God. The golden age had barely begun to take shape, and the old accounts are striking back. Wyoming made 1 million taels from one overseas shipment, but gave the crew only 10% and pocketed the rest. That's nonsense. The bonuses and relief payments were all paid by the books. How many old craftsmen did the new machines drive away? He traded the people's sweat for fame and rank. Nobody move. If you have evidence, show it. All they have are slogans. Let him finish. They smashed the sign, and you still won't arrest them. Destroying property means paying the merchant and taking responsibility. But first distinguish real grievances from paid agitators. The flyers say you hid 8 million taels in Nanjing. Is that true? My personal, commercial, and industrial accounts are sealed today. I ask the court, the chamber, and citizen representatives to audit them together. He's going to destroy the evidence. Post the seals in public. The 3 parties will each hold one key. No one can open it alone. This memorial accuses Wyoming of embezzling from overseas trade, manipulating trade bills, secretly funding the Kinyun Society, controlling the schools, and undermining the six ministries. For every charge, provide the date, the amount, the person in charge, and the original records. The Southern Territories ledgers are here. Ming falsely reported 3 million taels in losses. Wyming's private seal is indeed in the books. How do you explain that? The seal is genuine, but it was reported lost last year. There's a gap along the edge. The original books use new numbers, but this one still uses the old numbers. The dates don't match. How do we know you didn't leave yourself an escape route? So I won't ask His Majesty to take my word for it. Freeze my personal assets and conduct a public audit. What if the Industrial Affairs Office falls into chaos? If the system collapses without me, that means I've wasted all these years. The workshop's technical offices will keep operating by the rules, proving that decentralization was right. But envoys from 6 nations have suspended 3 new treaties, and overseas merchants are asking whether Ming trade deals will become worthless. The people who posted the flyers were paid by a middleman. They don't know who was behind it. First, find out how the forged books entered the censorate. Someone knew the audit process. The servant caught by the old minister has disappeared. He may know the truth. Save him first. Then publicly disclose my relatives' partnerships and gifts from the past 3 years, so they can't drag it out piece by piece. Aren't you afraid more openness will invite more attacks? We fix real problems and use evidence to tear down false ones. What we fear most is secrecy. It lets the people fill in the blanks. It's the missing servants. Oh my God. They've reached into the schools. The public audit starts tomorrow morning. Tonight, secure the witnesses and the old archive. No one acts alone. The master ordered the accountant to forge Ming's books, just because they came from a salt and iron family. They're going to burn the archive and silence everyone tonight. Light it. The back door is blocked. Use wet cloths to seal the vents and tear out the windows. Save the people first. Bring only ledgers with watermarks and notes. The distribution list is behind the ancestral tablets in the old school official's shrine. We have all the evidence. Whether you testify is up to you. I will testify. They kept the people in the dark. I have to speak out. Ming's third-year profits, taxes, dividends, and relief payments all match the warehouse receipts and cash flows. There is no sign of embezzlement. The forged paper came from the capital. The ink is only 3 months old, yet it records trades from 2 years ago. The forged books used an old seal reported lost. As for the routes recorded, we were only protecting the organization. Does the organization let you kidnap people, set fires, and forge records? The evidence is conclusive. Take them all into custody. Are public audits only done in major cases? Once a year. Major projects can be spot-checked at any time. We can't wait for people to cry foul before opening the books. The audit proves Wyming took nothing. I restore him to office and enact laws protecting whistleblowers and make public audits standard. Mr. Wei, we almost let rumors fool us. There's nothing wrong with suspicion. Everyone should be investigated, including me. The wrongdoers are the merchants without proof, who spread lies even knowing they're false. Should those who smashed the sign pay 10 times the damages? The ringleaders must pay under the law. The ordinary people who were incited can repair it for 1 day and be done. Don't turn the whole crowd into enemies. You're not angry? I was too angry to sleep for 2 nights. But oh my God, the best part is letting the books speak. You made him a duke. He enriched the people. I wish to make you a king of a different surname, to share the realm. A non-royal king gets land, private troops, and a hereditary title, and can protect his own people. That's how AOLing grew from such power. I just dismantled one. It wouldn't be right to build one for myself. You're different from him. Being different doesn't mean my descendants will be. Hereditary titles turn our ancestors' achievements into their descendants' privileges. But without a title, how can we reward great service? Honor is enough. Real power must be audited. Make me a lifelong advisor. Or name an academy after me and make me its president. Spare me the imperial guard. I won't even be a king. What could persuade you? Getting off work on time. And no strange remarks at court. I propose naming him King Anguo. What say you, ministers? His achievements span the century. He deserves the title. Making a non-royal king may set a dangerous precedent. No need to argue. I won't accept it. You think the reward isn't enough? It's not too little. It's too much. The credit belongs to craftsmen, merchants, soldiers, scholars, and the people. Then what do you want? Create merit records. Reward people by contribution. All work injuries get maritime disaster compensation. Make it permanent. The academy can't close just because I leave. Not even for your descendants. They can earn it themselves. If they can't, they couldn't hold on to a royal estate anyway. Make you a national policy advisor. No fief, no private army. It can't be inherited. You turned down marriage today. And somehow I'm afraid. Afraid I won't think the young empire is good enough. Afraid you'll leave. Others want power and profit. You want nothing. So I can't keep you. I want the system to stop depending on me. And I want to see what's across the sea. You really intend to leave? I'm just starting to think about it. Meetings and paperwork every day. My head's buzzing. Oh my God. I got sent back in time and still became a wage slave. I'll cut back your workload. It's not the workload. It's time to let new people take over. Su He handles technology. Zhao San handles the Chamber of Commerce. Lingxi handles sea trade. The system can run on its own now. Give me a year. Once the new policies stabilize, we'll talk again in a year. I won't suddenly disappear. Lingxi found a large island south of Nanyang. Steep hills, rich soil. No one's lived there long term. Starting today, we'll try 7 days. I'll attend only one general meeting. You handle routine approvals yourselves within your authority. If we sign off wrong in 7 days, will everything be overturned? Only if it's illegal or crosses a safety line. Otherwise, I won't overturn just because I don't like it. Delegation isn't an act. If you grant it, you have to honor it. But you're right next door. What if something really goes wrong? Rip it. I'll handle lives, major losses, and overreach. But if it's just buying a few loads of lumber, or hiring a few workers, don't knock on my door. It should have been this way long ago. You talk about systems, but you always want one last look. Oh my God, you saw right through me. I'm teaching at the academy today. Whoever chases me over small stuff loses a meal. 2 shipments of raw materials from Jiangnan were delayed. 3 workshops have only 2 days of stock left. Switch to the backup supplier list. Prioritize medical goods and essentials. Pause the luxury line. Backup materials cost 10% more. If we don't wait for Mr. Wei's signature, who's responsible for losses? The rules allow emergency purchases. I'll sign for commerce. I'll sign for tech if quality is affected. Order only after both approve. What if tech and commerce disagree? Record the dispute. If it exceeds our authority, send it to the Joint Council. It's not about who outranks whom. Then pause the premium perfume soap for 3 days. We can't take medical supplies. Customers will complain. Explain why. Pay damages as the contract says. We can't take life-saving supplies just to save face. 1 batch of replacement pigment failed inspection. Return it and use the 3rd supplier. Don't lower standards just because we're short on stock. I heard supplies almost ran out today. You spent 8,000 taels more, but kept medical goods and regular soap stocked. The premium goods were delayed. Why didn't you call me? Because your rules had the answer. You seem a little disappointed. A little. People used to bother me with everything. Now they don't, and I feel kicked out of the group chat. That means the system is growing up. Fine, I'll keep out of it tomorrow. If it runs for all 7 days, I'll really clear out my desk. What for? Sleep first, then study sea charts. I used to think being busy meant I mattered. Now I want to try not being busy without feeling guilty. Every state writes, please let Mr. Wei decide. Without your signature, we don't dare act. Then send it back.
If current rules can decide it.
Whoever's in charge signs it. If there are no rules, send it to the Joint Council to make them. Don't treat waiting for leaders as risk control. But local officials love asking, "Does Mr. Wei know?" From now on, say Jiang Cheng knows. There are only 5 items on the list. For the rest, don't use my name as a shield. Some people aren't incapable. They're afraid of taking the blame for a bad signature. Then make the liability limits clear, based on public data, within their authority with nothing hidden. Even if the result is bad, they shouldn't be removed over one decision. Write the reverse too. If they knowingly break rules and invoke Mr. Wei as a shield like before, that doesn't excuse them. Sea trade needs 2 new routes. Lin Shi and I disagree. By old habit, everyone waits for you to decide. I'll only ask about the process. Is all the risk data ready? Yes, the eastern route makes more money, but the storm season is risky. The western route takes 7 days longer, but it's steadier. The chamber prefers the eastern route. We can't risk medical shipments. Then split the cargo. High-profit cargo that can take losses goes east. Medicine and personnel go west. Not every issue needs one answer. You still gave an answer. This time is a demonstration. Next time, you argue it out yourselves. What if we argue for 3 days and get nowhere? Use the pre-agreed vote or professional veto. Don't let waiting for a consensus become deadlock. If needed, test sail on a small scale first. Use the results to keep arguing. 3 days without signing a document. The industry office didn't stop. The chamber didn't fall apart either. Are you satisfied now? More than if I personally approved 40 documents. Real succession isn't finding another way, Min. It's letting different people manage different parts, while keeping each other in check. What if they totally disagree with you someday? As long as they don't cross the line, and the process is fair, let them try. Otherwise, delegation just means having others run errands for me. You've been watching him for a long time. First, finish handing over what's in your hands. Then talk about faraway places. I used to fear leaders saying they couldn't do without me. Now I know that if they can do fine without me, then I've truly done my job. If you really go far away, I'll still have trouble getting used to it. If you miss me, right? Don't turn missing someone into chaining them to a job. You're getting bolder and bolder. Mostly because your temper keeps getting better. Let this system run on its own for a year first. If it's still stable, then I'll seriously talk about going far away. As of today, I no longer sign documents. Technology goes to Suhi. The Chamber of Commerce gets 7 seats. Overseas trade goes to Yaohua Lingxi. Industry goes private. The 3 offices decide together. Brother Wei, you're really retiring? Not retiring. I'm becoming an advisor. I'll handle the big stuff. Don't pile the small stuff on my desk. What if we judge wrong? You can make mistakes within your authority, but record, review, and fix them. No hiding things. Never cross the safety line. Then one failure won't get anyone fired. You finally let go. I used to fear you couldn't handle it. Then I realized I was the one refusing to let go. So what will you do every day? Sleep until I wake up. Study the islands. Will the new people cut wages after you leave? It's already law. Wages can only be cut with workers' and inspectors' approval. What if the representatives are bribed? Rotate them regularly. Publish the records. Workers can still petition jointly. Rules can't stop all wrongdoing, but they make it harder to hide. Won't you teach any more, sir? Twice a month. I'll focus on failure cases. You're richer than any country. Why still live in a small house? I used to ask only for a roof that didn't leak. As long as I have enough, I'm good. I won't let money own me. That island sits at a major shipping crossroads. It has fresh water, a deep harbor, and open land. But the typhoons are fierce, and there are pirates nearby. If we build a supply city, it can connect Dayong and the South Seas. Check the medical, water, disease, and soil conditions. The King Yu Society will provide an escort. But I oppose you going ashore yourself. This time, I have to go. Not to become king. I want to build a city without hereditary privilege. With completely new rules. You want to leave Dayong? No. We'll ally with Dayong. Protect the trade route, but govern ourselves. No more court politics. You're just moving somewhere else to keep working. Oh, come on. You saw right through me. But this time it was my choice. The pirates hit 3 ships and sent a warning. Anyone who dares go to that island will pay with their life. They have over 20 fast ships. They know the reefs. Chasing them could be a trap. If we don't clear them out, we can't build the island city's roots. Don't call for total annihilation yet. Some were forced to join. Others are leaders and fence operators. Cut off their money and supplies. Then capture the masterminds. They trade every month at Black Sand Bay. Stolen goods are laundered through 3 ports. The King Society can trace the buyers. Naval battles are won with warships, not ledgers. If no one buys stolen goods, the ports dry up. Their movements will be exposed. They'll starve no matter how fast they run. Send small fast ships. Keep the big ships out of shallow water. Use a fake merchant convoy to lure them to the reefs. Load only empty crates and locator lamps. Daeong's merchant ships will take them down. Block the north entrance, leave the south open, and urge surrender. Those who lay down arms may go home or join the fleet. Any leader who killed people will face trial. Don't believe them when they say surrender means death. You control them through fear, just like All Ling. A fire ship is charging the flagship. Use grappling hooks to turn it. Don't fire. The fresh water is drinkable, but we must protect the upper river. Don't build homes in the flood channel. The bay is deep enough for large ships. The east side is sheltered from the wind. The western beach overlooks the shipyard. There are old warehouses and fishermen on the island. Ask whether they'll move or join us. We can't claim the land just because we found it. First, register the residents and land use. Protect their right to choose and their long-term interests. What will we call the city? We don't even have roads, drainage, food, or a hospital. A fancy name won't feed anyone. You usually build a brand first. Oh, come on. Build the infrastructure first, then advertise. We've had enough empty promises. A huge tide hits the island every decade or so. The last one was 12 years ago. The next could come within 2 years. Design the port and city for the worst water level. We're not gambling on luck. We're calculating the risk. Build the walls and governor's residence first. Make it grand. Build drainage, reservoirs, toilets, stations, and warehouses first. The governor's residence comes last. I won't live there anyway. Will you seize the fishing grounds? Mark the bay as public fishing, shipping, and protected zones. Residents, fleet, and city council will set the rules together. Native residents get seats and a share of port revenue. Moving homes must be voluntary and compensated. Who's in charge? A 9-member city council. 3 resident seats. 2 each for workshops and merchant ships. 1 for Daeong and 1 for public services. Taxes are decided by public vote. What about you? The first chief executive. A 2-year term. Removable, not hereditary. Raise the breakwater by another 3 feet. That adds 30% to the cost. If we don't, one storm will destroy everything. Build it in 2 phases. Protect the main port first, then expand to the secondary port. We don't have enough timber. We could cut the heartwood on the island. Only in designated zones. Plant 3 trees for every 1 cut. Otherwise, heavy rain will wash out the slopes. Will inspections delay hiring? Disease could shut down the whole city. Screen all newcomers. Isolate anyone with a high fever. Leave fire breaks between districts. Spread out the warehouses. Raise the roads. Mark evacuation routes with reflective glass. The pirate remnants fled southwest. They may join the Black Tide Alliance. The Navy can't stay here long. Or the new city will become a military town. The escort fleet will face dual oversight from the Council and Daou. Publish its weapons budget and missions. We can't create another sea tyrant like Ao Ling. The homes and granaries will be done in a month. In 3 months, they can house 2,000 people. But we'll depend on outside food shipments for 2 years. Jiangxian salt-tolerant farmland, dried fish workshops, and rainwater systems. Move people in batches. What will we call the city? Freedom doesn't mean no one's in charge. It means we set the rules together. Let's call it New Land City. Oh, come on. From a broken face and 2 tales of debt to building a city overseas. That's one hell of a leap. The Black Tide Alliance has at least 50 ships. They came at just the right time. They came too soon. On the night the new city was founded, we faced a fight for our lives at sea. Over 50 enemy ships. We have only 12. The gun emplacements aren't finished. I've already sent fast ships for help. The Alliance patrols can arrive by dawn at the earliest. The new city isn't ready. We should retreat to Daeong. The tide is already out. The big ships will run aground if they leave. The Black Tide Alliance timed this perfectly. We can't sit trapped in port and wait to die. The goal isn't to destroy them all. It's to hold out until the tide comes in. Protect the residents and the main warehouse. Non-combatants, get to high ground. Guard the station and water supply first. The pirates may land in a small cove behind the hills. I'll hold the land route. Guard the 3 narrow passes. Don't chase them far. Spread the warehouses out and set fires. Make it look like we're patrolling everywhere. Our ships have shallow drafts. Lure the enemy ships into the coastal reefs, then seal off their escape. Hand over the port charts and your roster. The islanders can live. You steal ships and kill, yet dare make demands. Drop your weapons and stand trial. 12 ships, and you still dare attack? 20 fathoms closer. Turn the helm. Light the channel beacon. Coastal guns, hit only masts and rudders. Don't hit the powder magazines. Leave the surrendered away to live. Launch the fire ships. Burn the harbor. Open the outer lock. Lead the fire ships to the empty beach. Stay away from the warehouses. All you have are guns and tricks. Got guts? Fight me one-on-one. A sea battle isn't an arena. We win with intel, tides, teamwork, and discipline. Why should I fight you one-on-one? What do we do with the prisoners? The ringleaders stand trial. Killers will be convicted. Those forced aboard who will testify can go home or join labor reform. Half the seized ships will compensate the victimized merchant fleets. The other half become escort ships. No private division. The Black Tide Alliance's main force is destroyed. South Seas pirates won't recover for 10 years. Don't call it peace just yet. Set up sea alerts, rescue calls, and joint harbor patrols. We can't wait until pirates mass up to fight. His Majesty orders Wyming back to the capital at once. He also said if you don't come back, he'll come to the island and drag you back himself. Oh, come on. We just finished the pirates. And an edict telling me to get back to work arrives. The Black Tide Alliance is gone. Daevi is the strongest. Escort fees should all go to Daeong. No, one state controlling sea lanes will become a monopoly. Form a harbor alliance. Each port pays by ship volume. Ships are assigned by risk. Small ports can't afford big ships. Does that mean they get no say? They can provide beacons, supplies, rescue, and intel. Contribution isn't just warships. Escort fees are collected openly. Only for patrols, rescues, and compensation. None goes into private coffers. Set up a maritime arbitration court. Shipowners, ports, and crews all take part. Logs, seals, and weather records can all serve as evidence. If pirates come from a certain port, that port must assist the investigation. But ordinary merchants can't be punished by association. We used to pay 5 fees at every port. Now 1 port pass settles it all. Every fee is posted on the board. You can report anyone who overcharges a cent. The port makes big profits. Why share dividends with residents? The harbor, water, and land are shared resources. The profits should fund public services. Wages are separate. Half is paid out this year. Half repairs schools and breakwaters. It passed by vote. Anyone can open a shop, no matter their nationality. Just obey the law, pay taxes, and don't trade slaves. And don't smuggle. Long-term residents can apply for residency, but they must share public duties. A free port isn't a haven for criminals. We'll assist with wanted felons when there's evidence. Political persecution and private vendettas are not grounds. 12 Nanyang ports sign the alliance. New land becomes the main arbitration port. You aren't a king, but you rule more sea than one. I don't rule every ship. I only uphold the rules we all set. After this battle, a warning network is in place. If any port has an unusually high fever outbreak, ships will get an alert in advance. The King Yun Society's overseas stations are now public signal posts. The disciples no longer need to hide. Trade quadrupled in 3 months. But we can't rely only on transshipment. Shipbuilding, repairs, processing, and education must keep up. Don't be just a transit hub that counts cash. Residents need lasting jobs and room to advance.
His Majesty's Third Edict.
A carriage is waiting at the palace. If you don't leave within 3 days, he really will come. Oh, come on. Xuancheng isn't pushing work this time. He's afraid I'll run away. You should go back and explain it. Jinling can run on its own now. Don't let a silent departure ruin your bond with the emperor. It took 3 edicts to bring you back. Is new land more important than I am? It's not about who's more important. I promised I wouldn't disappear. So I came back to tell you face to face. Don't go. I'll let you handle only maritime trade. No court sessions, no memorials. Pick any title and salary you want. It's not about the pay. Dayong already has capable people. And the system is running. New land is just getting started. It needs me more. When you leave, it's like I lose half my realm. A realm is its people, land, and institutions. Not one Wyming, but without a friend. My heart feels empty. You were the only one who dared teach me to reclaim power. You're my teacher and my friend. Precisely because we're friends. We shouldn't prove it by always staying together. You clung to my sleeve as a child. Now you're holding on to Wyming. You can keep a person, but not their ambition. My imperial sister will also be based in New Land. I'll travel between both places. Dayong needs naval diplomacy. New Land needs harbors and fleets. You all have somewhere to go. Only I'm trapped by the throne. You're not trapped. You chose to bear this. But bearing it doesn't mean you can't rest. Or trust others. If I let you leave, the old guard will say your success threatened the throne, and you were forced into exile. Then make the resignation process public. Audit the assets and publish New Land's charter. It's not exile. Then sign a long-term pact. New Land guards sea and land. Dayong guarantees its autonomy. Then everyone will understand. You once said a system must work, even after Wyming is replaced. Now that day is here. It means we did it. We shouldn't be sad. But I'm sad. Friends parting isn't fixed by one meeting. How often will you come back? At least once a year. For a major crisis, call and I'll come. Send letters by express in normal times. Don't label everything urgent. Can I go to New Land? When the court is stable, go incognito. First, learn to swim. How dare you? Oh, come on. An emperor in a coastal city who can't swim is embarrassing. I have one condition. New Land must never betray Dayong. And you mustn't use trade routes to pressure the people or court. Fair, but Dayong must not revoke New Land's autonomy or forcibly seize its port and residents. We'll negotiate publicly tomorrow. I won't leave out a single clause for friendship's sake. And don't think you can take advantage. Shinlan recognizes Dayong's suzerainty and will pay a fixed annual tribute. Shinlan will be built jointly by its residents, merchants, and Dayong. The tribute is too high. Then autonomy is just a name. Change it to a maritime trade fee, paid as a share of actual port revenue. With reductions during disasters and wars, both sides audit the books. What if a Dayong criminal flees to Shinlan? For serious cases with sufficient evidence, we can help transfer them. But crimes of speech and internal disputes or personal grudges don't count. Shinlan may not independently make security pacts with hostile powers, nor may Dayong station guards without the Standing Council's approval. What if a foreign enemy attacks? We activate the Mutual Defense Clause, jointly authorized by the Standing Council and the court. The troop numbers, term, and costs must all be specified. The alliance will be reviewed every 5 years and amended by both sides. Your Majesty signs as an equal with a vassal city-state? Won't that damage imperial dignity? If imperial dignity depends on forced levies and vague clauses, that's true weakness. Shinlan recognizes Dayong's suzerainty. Dayong respects Shinlan's autonomy. The rights and duties are clear. But that doesn't mean our status is identical. What if Wyming changes his mind later? The alliance won't rest on one person. The City Council, Daeong's 6 ministries, and the Maritime League will each keep an original copy. Every successor must honor it. The executive's term is 2 years, with no more than one re-election. The finances will be public. The escort fleet may not interfere with elections. And Wyoming won't rule for life. Oh my God. I went to all that trouble to leave court, not to become emperor of another island. I approve the alliance for sealing. You won't return to court, but if the realm is in trouble, will you come back to help me? Foreign invasion, famine, or a crisis of governance, I'll come back, but handle normal government yourself. Don't treat me like a cheat code. I agree. I won't use imperial orders to interfere in Shinlan's daily affairs. And I won't suspect you just because you refuse. Our schools will exchange students and share technology and disaster information. Our relationship can't depend on just the two of us. The next generation needs to know each other too. I approve of your pointing out the accounting flaw when we first met. I've kept it all this time. Back then, I just wanted to cling to someone powerful and stay alive. Later, I realized being my protector wasn't easy either. We had to shoulder things together. If Shinlan is bullied, tell me. And if Daeong is short on money, don't ask me for a loan first. Check the budget first. It's not an imperial edict, just a token between friends. I'll keep this for the rest of our lives. A loyal subject may betray his lord, but a loyal lord won't betray his subject. How did the news get out? The whole road from South City to the docks is blocked. This is the wooden shuttle from the first improved loom. A keepsake for you. The first version of the workplace injury code. We all signed it. The failed experiments have been compiled. Take it to Shinlan's school. There are too many gifts. The ship can't hold them all. I'll accept the thought. Take the valuable things back. Will you come back? I will. A merchant ship gets here in a month. Can we go after graduating from the academy? Open recruitment. Equal pay for equal work. No indenture contracts. Come back whenever you want. Going to sea doesn't mean cutting your roots. Will Shinlan School accept Daeong students? We'll exchange a group every year. Scholarships and travel expenses for them. Even poor kids can go see the sea. The academy wants to build a golden statue of you. No way. Use the gold to build a lab. A statue would need dusting too. Then we'll erect a monument to your achievements. List everyone who took part. Craftsmen, farmers, soldiers, and sailors. I order the historians to compile Daeong's new policies. It won't just record emperors and heroes. Ordinary people will be remembered too. That's better than a golden statue. The medical academy has taken over safety training. The technology won't stop when we leave. You're going too? Shinlan needs doctors and chemical safety managers. I'll build a medical academy and return to the capital every year for exchanges. My approval isn't deciding whom you belong to. It's approving your transfer from the Royal Academy. Thank you for respecting me, Your Majesty. I won't issue an order to keep you here. Today I'm only seeing off a friend. Don't make it so emotional. I can't hold it together. The tide is coming in. Any more delay means sailing tomorrow. The fleet has been inspected. People and cargo are boarding by manifest. Safe travels, Mr. Wei. Some of what I did was right, and some took the long way around. Thanks for not treating me like a god, and for not giving up on us when I made mistakes. You'll always have a place here. And Shinlan will always keep a dock open for Daeong. Mr. Wei, you haven't said your catchphrase. Oh my god. So many people came to see me off. This feels like the series finale. Relax. There are still 5 episodes. Let's make this clear first. Going to Shinlan is a personal choice. Staying in the capital, traveling back and forth, or leaving are all up to you. I want to see the Medical Academy and the Chemical Safety Bureau. Shinlan needs people willing to start from scratch. This is my life's work. Kingyun Society needs someone overseas, and someone to oversee the escort fleet, to keep it from becoming another Aeol. I'm a princess of Daeong. I can't stay away from the capital for long. 6 months in Shinlan. 6 months back in Chao to handle maritime affairs. Shinlan is at the center of the sea routes. I want to build a naval academy, so captains won't rely on family secrets. I'm just afraid 4 lovely ladies will follow me into retirement and erase all your careers. Let anyone spread that rumor. I'll deal with them. We'll go together, not just for our work, but because we trust you. Ever since that first pot of burnt food in South Alley, you've never taken credit for my work. You're a smart mouth and a coward. And you can't fight. But you never hid when danger came. You don't know the sea, but you listen to those who do. And you don't give reckless orders. Oh my God. I'm not used to everyone praising me at once. Don't get cocky. In Shinlin, the council can still overrule you. Friends don't have to agree forever. But they can always speak their minds. Our feelings don't have to be decided today. Shoulder to shoulder, without anyone being assigned to anyone. Agreed. Life isn't a short drama. The ending doesn't need a forced pairing. The monsoon has shifted. The original route will pass through the storm. The western route adds 7 days. Do we have enough fresh water? Enough for 10 days, but we must resupply en route. There are still Black Tide League remnants along the western route. Safety first. Take the western route. Send the fast ship to notify the supply island. Everyone conserve water. No cuts to the rations for patients and children. You're not asking about the cost? 7 extra days only cost money. Running into the storm could kill people. A drifting ship was spotted northwest. It's flying a distress flag. There are hundreds aboard. It looks like a refugee ship. It could also be pirates in disguise. Keep your distance. Send a small boat to verify. Don't let it approach the flagship. If they're genuine refugees, split them among the ships according to protocol. Shinlin's grain supply is tight. Taking in several hundred more will be a heavy strain. Strain can be measured. You can't redo your life. Freedom City can't only take the rich. We come from a small southeastern country, returning from a war zone, adrift for 6 days. No food or water left. Send those with high fevers, injuries, and children to the medical ship first. The rest board in groups. No ambush in the cabin. But several men with knives look suspicious. They're the militia escorting us. Secure the weapons first. That doesn't mean they're guilty. There are a lot of people aboard. The rules apply to everyone. Newland can provide temporary shelter. Long-term stays need the city council's approval. We're willing to work. Save lives and treat injuries first. Then we can discuss jobs and status. Switch to a 3-tier escort. The medical ship in the center. Supply ships spread out. They expected our ships to slow down after the rescue. The left ship feigns a retreat. The right ship guards 1 vessel each. Hand over the food and refugees. Or we'll burn the ships. You'd trade victims for safety. You picked the wrong people. We know their language and can transmit. Send a false signal. Give them the flag, not the weapons. I'll supervise. Our mission is to arrive safely. We can't take the risk. Let them go. They'll come back later. Record the ship type and heading. Send it to the Port Alliance for investigation. Welcome back, Commander. Save the people first. The medical team will take the refugees. Release food from the warehouse. The residents are worried about resources. We'll publish the accounts tonight. The quarantine zone is ready. No major outbreak has been found. 7-day detour. No ships sank. Less than 10% damaged. The capital, Nanyang, and Newland routes are connected again. The Black Tide and the Tan Division were stopped by the Port Alliance. The threat is temporarily contained. Thank you, Newland, for taking us in. Don't kneel. Stay alive first. Then we'll decide the future together. Oh my God. 1,000 sails reached port safely. This really is a perfect ending. Don't get ahead of yourself. The Executive Council is waiting for your meeting. The anti-court defenses are 60% complete. We're still 3 months short on food. Just as expected, the moment the grand shots end, we jumped straight into the weekly project meeting. 600 newcomers. The food stores are tight. Some people want to close the port. We'll live in temporary camps. Repair the seawall and farm. We won't take anyone's homes. We have enough food for 4 months. Daeang's grain arrives in 2 months. The empty workshops can be converted into housing. More workers will drive down wages. All company projects must follow the standard wage scale. The camps need clean water, toilets, and medical care. We can't wait for disease to break out. Who decides whether to accept them? The Executive Council will vote publicly. But the rescue cannot be cancelled. If we reject shipwreck victims today, No one will save our ships tomorrow. The old timing cycle was calculated wrong. Undersea tremors. The water level is falling. A giant wave will arrive within days. The sea has pulled back too far. It's a sign of a massive wave. The breakwater is only 60% complete. We can't hold the main port. Split the city into red, yellow, and green zones. Evacuate the red zone. Move supplies out of the yellow zone. Shelter residents in the green zone. What do we do about the unfinished seawall? Use wrecked ships and stone dragons to seal the gaps. Move the port ships into the inland waterways. Back up the grain stores, post stations, and archives. Check every household. Prioritize the elderly, children, and sick. Some people refuse to leave because they fear theft. The escort fleet will patrol. No one may stay in the red zone to guard their property. The giant wave is here. The last evacuation ship is still downstream. I'll take a team to get them. The current's too strong. Use the winch on high ground to pull the cable. Let the ship follow the cable to shore. 2 crates of medicine are still at the red zone post station. Abandon the medicine. There's backup medicine in compartment 2. No one is going back. My family's ancestral home is down there. We can rebuild the house. Once people are gone, nothing else matters. The main city is safe. The Western Port District suffered severe damage. Oh my God. The new world isn't paradise. It still has disasters and losses. But everyone is alive. The first lesson of Freedom City isn't getting rich. It's that no one gets abandoned when disaster strikes. The port lost 300,000 taels. A 3-year tax increase can rebuild it. A flat tax hike would crush small businesses. It should be graduated by income. People just lost their homes. We can't make them all pay the same tax. Publish the estimates for a temporary tax. Use port bonds and alliance aid. State the time limit. End it as soon as reconstruction is complete. We're willing to join the public works too. Daeong will provide low-interest loans, with conditions on troops and land. The wealthy merchants pay more. Ordinary people pay less. Then repay the debt with port revenue. The vote can't depend on my decision. The people support making you executive for life. The term is only 2 years. If we make an exception for me today, we can make one for a bad person tomorrow. But your successor may not have your prestige. A system isn't built to find perfect people. It's built so ordinary people can't easily do evil. Control of the escort fleet must be transferred too. I nominate Lin Haitang. They organized the evacuation during the giant wave. They're familiar with finance and the port. I'll recuse myself from the vote. I'll only handle the transition. Can you really let go? Oh my God. Someone's finally taking over. I couldn't be happier. I swear to respect the term limit. Keep the finances public. Protect equality. No one is above the law. Your Majesty, congratulations on Newland's first peaceful transfer of power. And here's a gift of seeds and books. Daeong should also rotate local officials and require public reports.
His Majesty knew you'd say that.
The reply had only one line. Take care of your own affairs. What will you do after stepping down? Open a research institute. Research farm tools, ships, and labor-saving machines. Occasionally advise the council. Can you resist interfering? If I can't, I'll go fishing. Newland isn't your kingdom. That's why it might outlive me. The Capital Merchants Association has expanded to 30 states. Everyone calls me President Zhao. The guy I kicked back then actually became a president. His Majesty Zhuanchen is back to say he's learned to swim. Daeong's navy now connects 3 routes. No one says women can't command ships anymore. The Naval Academy already has female captains. The nautical charts have standardized numbers and are stored in separate depots. The medical college and prison guards saved 2 ports. Chemical accidents have dropped sharply. The Kingyun Society became a public service escort guild, transporting disaster relief supplies. The city you built won't even save you a reserved seat. Good. Then everyone can stay seated when they see me. Newland has completed its 6th peaceful transfer of power. Finance, the escort fleet, and the courts all transferred independently. The books say you came from beyond the heavens and never made a mistake. Cut the second half. I burned a stove once. I miscounted 4 rulers. I faked my death and sneezed. What matters is that someone spoke up. The system allows us to make changes. The historian's going to have a headache. Write it exactly as it happened. Making one person a legend erases everyone who built this. If you could return to 2026, would you go back? There are people I never said goodbye to, and a life that nearly worked me to death. If I really could, I'd take a look, but I wouldn't hand my life back to overtime and performance reviews. So 2026 wasn't a joke after all. I wanted to tell you for a long time, but I was afraid you'd think I was a monster. Now that the story's over,
Tell me.
the first time I saw you, I knew you weren't normal. A normal person couldn't have invented separate warehouses and a free port, no matter where you came from. The choices you make here are who you are. 2026 fired a blank. I crossed into the ancient world and reached the top. I tossed away power and riches, and kept only a carefree life. You really gave up all that power. Power can go, but I need to keep some money. The research institute still costs money. Oh my God. This life was worth it.